your shirt?
Mordecai
and Rigby.
That's right.
Let me show you the video. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen.
I feel great.
To Straight Outta Austin. This is Prometheus.
This is Agamemnon.
This is Kelly Nova.
This is Ace.
Yes, we're very happy to have them back again as they survived the 3 we call in Austin RTX.
Rooster Teeth Expo.
Yes. Yeah. I never knew roosters had teeth, but I've been learning a lot this week.
Don't be a cockbite.
That's what it was supposed to be. Well, not supposed to be, but that's what they changed it. They're like, hey, we want fans.
we don't want to be rated XXX, you know.
Yeah, it'll be a completely different site than what they have.
That sounds like a very kinky fetish.
Oh yeah, definitely. The one that I've never partaken in, but you know, for each their own. Yeah.
So, that song was Batman meets Metalocalypse.
That's what it seems like.
That's what it looked like.
Yeah, it was
pretty good.
Hardcore.
What is it called?
Yeah.
It doesn't even have like a name
so
in
tough.
English.
Like whatever you linked it from some kid named Jimmy Aguilar.
Yeah.
Like even his thing is like El Caballero de la Noche en su fase más oscura.
Ja.
Well, that's how they say haha.
I know. But I like saying it with
J's
a J.
sound like ha's.
I know that. I
like
passed
my name
Spanish
would be
class in high school.
Hola, hey.
Well, yeah, it didn't have a name, but I don't know. We'll try and post it somehow for everyone to enjoy.
Just hit the share button.
Share it like anyone's.
Oh, you know what? I
share
can.
It like it's hot.
Yeah, if you want to share it, share it like it's hot. I guess we could share it on the Pit War page. So
it's pretty good. The animation's pretty good.
Yeah, it's I don't know. If you like Batman,
called heavy metal Batman.
Even if you don't like Batman, that was hilarious.
Yeah, it's really ridiculous.
Stop it.
That's kind of awesome.
Yeah.
Like,
here, have a really quick guitar riff.
we could only just like have those like looped in every once in a while.
Oh, I know, right? All right, when we get that soundboard we've been talking about for the last 2 months.
Set up keynotes.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely when someone makes a mistake, you need the wah, 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 wah.
Oh, definitely.
The Price is Right failure sound.
All right, I'll make a note of that. I'll make sure to add that into the soundboard. It's semi-working right now, so all I needed to do is populate it with sounds, and we'll be good to go.
Well, I just need to
in order to have a soundboard, I need to populate it with the sound.
He's got sounds on.
Right now, I just have a board.
It's just this blank white board.
It's a 2x4.
It's just
how does electronics work?
It's just Wolverine quotes from Batman, from X-Men: The Animated.
And one Storm quote.
And one Storm. Which one?
Quote?
It's the what does he say now? It's so great. I can't remember. It's going to come to me in the middle of the podcast.
Okay. And then you'll scream it out.
Is it the Storms or your department?
Oh no, it's not that one. Like the guy says something, and she turns it into a pun. And he's like, oh, no, that's what he's like.
It's like, Storm got jokes now?
No, it's not that one. It's one of the guys from the Hellfire Club. And he goes, blast you. And she's like, I believe that pleasure is mine. And she shoots him with the lightning.
She didn't even do it with wind. You get a blast of
That's so like 90s cartoon.
Yeah.
I love it.
Oh, we watched Animorphs.
Oh, Animorphs is on Netflix, everybody.
Yeah, it is. It's awesomely
and it's still
horrible. Everyone is 90s douchebag. Like, every single character, like, this is what douchebags are.
Confession
like
time. I had the biggest crush on Tobias, even though he was a hawk throughout the whole season.
That's because he was a hawk the whole season.
That's what I said. Even though
he's so hot, he's a hawk.
He's so hot.
He's so hot. He's a hawk.
Oh my god, he's so hawk right now.
Hawkeye.
He was the hawk guy.
He was the hawk guy.
Maybe that's why I have such a
connection to Clint. He's the only loser. Like, he didn't even get past like 4 episodes before he was permanently stuck in the animals. Like, loser!
No, but it's because he wants to get away from his ruler because it sucks so bad.
So, you know what that reminded me of? If you guys watched Misfits, Tobias is Simon.
Yes.
It's the same almost character, except for Simon turns out to be a complete badass while Tobias got stuck
Misfits
as
is a show on BBC about kids that get superpowers through a crazy electrical storm. Like, the whole town does, really.
It seems randomly stupid.
It's so good. Seriously, you
is that
need to
the
check
one
it out.
where the person has the power to control dairy?
Yes.
Oh, that's the one that you were saying had Ramsay
Most
Snow in it,
disturbing
right?
episode
Yes.
ever.
Okay.
Ramsay Snow is...
Yeah, that's the only reason why I remember
Simon.
it.
Yeah.
He's
So good. Anyway.
and just as charming, of course.
He is really charming in Misfits.
And
That's why it's weird seeing him in Game of Thrones. Like, what?
It almost feels right. Like, sometimes
Who
you're like,
are you?
it's like, wow, Simon went dark.
it's
Kind of hot.
He must have had a
Still
really bad
attractive.
day. But yeah, but we're very curious. You know, Agamemnon and myself both had planned to go to RTX, and both of us failed to go to RTX.
See, that's where the soundboard comes in.
We missed you guys.
Yeah, we missed you guys too. I was so bummed. Yeah, Agamemnon told me, like, all the day passes were sold out before we even tried to
Well, yeah,
buy
because
them.
me and Hibiki were going to go, and she's the one that always looks up prices and stuff. And I'm just like, here's the money. And she was like, well, one, they're $41, so maybe you'll just go. And I was like, aw. And she was like, oh, wait, neither of us will go because they're sold out. They've been sold out for months for the single tickets. So.
I thought, single
The
tickets.
single tickets.
Yeah.
They sold out pretty quickly for those,
Yeah,
I
I
think.
feel like they still had, like, weekend passes, but a lot of people didn't or couldn't do all weekends.
Yeah,
that was pretty much the case.
That was the thing, yeah.
And didn't want to pay weekend
Next year,
pass.
though.
Oh, yeah.
Plan it out.
If I have to call in sick, I'm going next year, I swear. I was looking at all the pictures on Facebook, and I was just like, I missed so much fun.
It was a lot bigger this year than it was in...
plus?
Yeah, 30,000 plus. Last year had, 15,000 or something?
15, 16.
Oh, wow. So
So it was...
doubled.
Last year was bigger than it had ever been, and this year it was even bigger.
It just
And
keeps
the
getting bigger.
cosplay contest was huge
yeah.
this year because hardly anyone showed up. But last year, part of the problem was it was just word of mouth. It wasn't in the actual program.
Okay.
This year it was in the program, I think. There was a lot of cosplay, a lot of really cool things to check out, a lot of cool games.
Yeah.
I don't know. It
Shout
was
out
really
to
fun
Cherry.
this year. Yeah.
Yeah. It was more interesting. There was a little more things to do, like. Of course, there was, like, you know, the Call of Duty and the Titanfall and the Halo playing, but then there was a lot more, like, indie games out there, which I was really excited to see. Like, even more so, like, I was like, yeah, yeah, we played this cool game called Chariot, and like,
Oh, Chariot's so much
it's
fun.
so much fun to play. Like, it's a really great 2-player game, like couch co-op. It's so much fun.
Basically, the king is dead, and you have his body in a chariot, and you're the princess and the fiance,
Yeah.
and you need to take the chariot to wherever the
The
hell you
living
need
world,
to.
like you're in the underworld. You gotta get him back.
Okay.
Basically, you gotta get his body back.
I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Basically, it's awesome, and you have to move this chariot around, and it's a puzzle, and like, it's so much fun.
Yeah.
It sounds like a really interesting concept, and of course, I've always wanted to be a princess. So.
Of course.
Oh, Princess is actually the best character in my opinion because she
Oh,
has like a repulsor button. Like all these like bats start attacking you, and she's like, "Bam!" and they're all gone. She's like, "I'm banished." Like, they're all gone. I'm like shooting a slingshot, and I'm like, "This is useless."
He's got all the power. It's like they have the knight. He just has a slingshot.
Exactly.
It's like, yeah, I just bring him along. He's his arm cannon.
I'm David, but
He feels left out.
bonus: the slingshot ammo does bounce around.
That's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
You know, they can watch it bounce as they're killing you. It's like, oh, this is pretty entertaining. Stab.
Yeah, get eaten by a bat.
Exactly. So Chariot, yeah, you should check it out. It comes out on soon, within the next few months, on
The fall this year.
quote unquote
Fall.
That's quite vague. On Steam, PS4, Xbox One, Wii U.
PS3.
No. Nope.
Yeah.
So
all the platforms I don't have.
I was talking to. Well, hold on. I was talking to them, and I was talking about the development process. And like, we don't have a date like pegged down yet. I'm like, cool. Like Xbox 360 is looking because Microsoft's a little tough on people who don't have tons of money, but they think they got us a go for PS3.
Oh,
so they are
cool.
trying.
That's good.
It's not like they don't want to try, but basically
Right.
getting an Xbox 360 requires a publisher.
Right.
And they don't
right.
really want to
That's
do
right.
that. So, they're looking forward to it, and that's why I love indies. Like, they're always like, we want to do this, but these people are stopping us, and I want
Yeah.
people to know that.
Yeah.
It's like the Tesla thing with dealerships here in Texas, at
Yes.
least.
Yeah.
Right.
You think,
Pretty much.
oh man, why isn't it here? Well, people are actively stopping it.
Yeah. What about the Ouya? Is it on there? Do people still make games for that
I
system?
don't think it's
Oh,
on that
the
one.
Android thing.
It's like
I don't know what's
it's
going
like
on
some
with them.
indie. It's an indie console
Yeah.
for indie games
I haven't
that's so
heard-
indie that no one ever plays it.
It's the hipster video
It's the hipster
games.
Yeah. It comes with a free pair of skinny jeans.
And a beard.
yeah, you
shirt.
just stick it on, just put it on your face.
You just basically got a Winchester starter kit.
Oh,
And a
man.
PBR.
yeah,
That's the difference.
instead of a disc, it's a PBR.
Any anti Starbucks coffee chain.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I only go to this coffee chain because I'm cool.
I'm so ironic. I don't even brew it. I just chew on the coffee beans.
I don't even brew it. That's gross.
This is the most disgusting thing I've ever heard.
You know, people do that, though.
What
It's weird.
Oh, really? Oh, man.
Yeah.
That sounds
It's
awful.
a thing.
Oh, wow.
Chocolate-covered coffee beans
Wow.
is a thing.
I'm assuming you don't
It sounds like it would
swallow
rip your stomach apart.
Yeah, I mean,
Probably.
coffee already does a good job at that already.
If anybody knows if you actually like swallow the coffee beans for chocolate-covered coffee beans, let us know because I'm interested.
Yeah.
I wouldn't try it.
Will a coffee plant grow?
Yeah, it's gross
In your
mouth.
bowels?
In your bowels.
Gross.
Neo. I'm just gonna call him Neo. It says
the
I,
printer?
Yeah, it says I just grow my own coffee plants and just smell the beans.
Oh yeah.
He's like, oh, I need that pick me up in the morning. Oh,
hey.
the best part of
now
waking
you
up
gotta
is
do the-
smelling my
now you gotta do
coffee
the Tuco.
beans. Yeah, that's good.
I didn't know you. Get it on.
I take your money, I beat up your boy, and you're gonna bring me more coffee beans? And Heisenberg's like, that's not coffee.
Some people do meth, some people do cocaine.
Yeah.
Neo Sprinter does coffee beans.
Can you imagine being in rehab? You're like scratching yourself, like, oh man, it's
It
like.
all started when I planted my own plant.
How dare I like
They
gardening?
smelled so
They always told me don't get high in your own supply, but I couldn't help it. Starbucks is too expensive.
Hey kids, you want some coffee beans?
No, mister. Her mom said don't take coffee from strangers. Only licensed baristas.
First time's
Baristas.
free.
yeah,
First one's always free.
first sniff's free, kids. Just don't take it too far up your nose. I do that with marbles.
I know.
Yeah, right. I also do and rare marbles.
I can smell purple.
There's an actual disorder where people do that.
I know.
Smells like happy.
I can't fall asleep.
Yeah, right. I've been up for 17 days.
I slept for a year.
I'm starting to see people, and his name is Tyler Durden.
Tyler Durden.
He wants
Remember,
me to
kids.
blow things up.
First rule of sniffing coffee beans:
Yeah.
you do not talk about sniffing coffee beans.
The second rule is you do not talk about. Oh, sorry, I got distracted.
What was I
Coffee
doing?
beans.
You can sniff them in front of people, just don't talk about them.
Yeah.
I am Tyler Durden.
And this is your first night. You have to sniff the coffee beans. Oh man.
First
Such
rule.
a weird conversation. I love you guys
Coffee
so
beans,
much.
kids.
Wow, we
Not
took
even
that off
once.
real fast. So back to RTX, guys.
Yeah, so I'm curious. So who was the victor in the cosplay contest?
Oh, the Wailing Witch from Left 4 Dead.
Oh, okay.
She was pretty awesome.
Kelly was a very, very close second in her
Thank
Talizora Vas Normandy costume.
She was really good. The Wailing Witch.
The Wailing Witch was really good.
She had the long fingers. I think it might have been paper mache. I was trying to catch a look without being
I
a
couldn't
creeper.
tell if it was foam or paper
Just
mache.
like-
Well, I mean, because she's kind of like in a it's not a bikini. It's like a sports bra kind of thing, and like
It went down to
Yeah.
her ribs. Like her ribs were pretty much covered.
and then like some
Like,
little shorts,
almost like-
because
not
that's what
hot
that's
pants,
what
but
the
like-
Okay.
yeah. Well, that's what the witch wears, and
Yeah,
she
yeah.
top to bottom body
silver,
paint,
silver, yeah,
and I think they were paper mache.
yeah. She had the
I
I
claws.
forgot what the
She
witch
just
looked
it's
like.
been like, where'd you get your nails did?
Where'd you? Oh, shut up!
I don't think you asked a witch.
Girl,
that.
where'd your nails did? Well, like she comes up on stage and she had her face covered and she was like visibly shaking.
Oh wow.
Just
And like on purpose,
Yeah,
not like she was
yeah.
nervous. Yeah, and she goes up to the guy and like she's shaking, and then she like does the claws out like
nice.
scare thing,
Yeah.
and everyone lost their shit. It was awesome.
Well, for like you had to do a skit, which was surprising everyone. But
Yes.
other than that, like she did the whole like walking up the stage like as like a witch, and then like she did like the crying
yeah,
and like visibly shaking again. Like
So
it was
creepy.
really good.
That's awesome.
Like some people in the crowd were a little upset that Tally didn't win, and I was
up.
like, but the witch was so good. It was.
I'm not
fair.
even mad.
I'm not even mad. It wasn't like one character, which I'm not gonna mention. That was just like a girl in a bikini. That was it, and like that's not really a costume. That's you in a bikini.
Yeah, that's more for like the sports bar where it's like tonight's bikini
Well,
night.
it was
Yeah.
a Rooster Teeth character, which I appreciate,
Ah.
but like work.
Well, I don't want to. I
commitment,
don't want to bash
yeah.
anyone's cosplay, but
It was good, but
I would have wanted, because she was. There were three of us. There was the Wailing Witch, the girl in the bikini, and then me. And I wish that somebody else that had a lot more intricate costume would have been, considered more than hers. I don't want to bash anyone's cosplay. I mean, do what you want, do what you love. But when it's in a costume contest, I think it's fair to give the recognition to someone that actually spent a lot of time and a lot of, detail put it into their
Yeah, it's like the effort
costume.
should go like a long way.
Right.
One of the things
there are a
I
lot of
think
really cool ones.
that it should have been done is that Rooster Teeth characters should have been put in their own
Yeah.
category. That way, because like a lot of Rooster Teeth characters, they do a lot of videos and stuff like that. So like they're not like super complicated.
Mm-hmm.
So like they're interesting.
Yeah.
They're visually interesting. They're funny characters. They're great characters. I think they should put it in their own category because it's kind of unfair at the Rooster Teeth Expo
Yeah.
that people who are in different costumes, it's really hard to compete against people like
Yeah, there's
they
kind of
already-
an unfair advantage.
Well-
yeah, it's
Yeah.
people who are already dressed up as like Halo guys. They separated them out
Oh, okay.
because like
well, like everyone's in Spartan armor.
Yeah, yeah.
So-
Everyone's I was about to say. Yeah.
all of these dudes is one.
Second
yeah,
Well, and their
place.
armor is amazing, and,
Yeah.
and
Oh, yeah.
So it's just
definitely,
like, yeah.
I mean, that is what should be considered if you're looking at
Who's the most amazingest?
I mean, but they-
someone in a towel versus someone in Spartan armor.
obviously.
I'm gonna vote for the person in Spartan armor.
So yeah,
Did they have any kind of like grading rubric or anything like that?
that was
Cheers from the crowd.
Cheers from the crowd.
I figured. I wanted to assume the best because then it explains the
I don't
bikini
always
outfit.
It doesn't.
Yeah.
It doesn't make me. I'm not happy
Because
with that,
yeah.
because once again, you're at a Rooster Teeth Expo, so Rooster Teeth characters are going to get the most. They should.
Just based on their own popularity with the fan base.
It's more based, and like, and Tally kind of has that going for her too.
Yeah,
she does have a massive Mass Effect fan base, and so someone who did like a really awesome Tomb Raider.
But like FemShep didn't like she wasn't even in the running, and it was really upsetting to me because her armor was amazing and. God, it was such a...
Oh, nice.
Yeah, she had a freaking Omni tool.
And the Locust, like the best SMG possible.
Yeah.
Locust.
It was a little disappointing. Again, I don't want to bash anyone's cosplay. I don't want to be that person.
Well,
but
that's one thing to say,
for
like,
a costume contest...
It's one thing to be like, okay, everyone, A for effort.
Yeah.
But my whole point is like, okay, well, if they had... Something's wrong with my mic, I think. But if they had... if judges with a grading rubric of some kind, then it could be like, okay, well... here's these 5 categories, style and, effort and
right,
intricateness
and, I don't know, whatever other stuff.
I mean, it is
that
a
I'm ignorant on, but
to be fair, like, it's supposed to be a competition.
Yeah.
And I like the judges to actually make decisions.
Judge?
Right.
Make a decision because, like, I
well,
loved everyone's
tough
costumes.
choice for me, fans.
yeah.
I loved everyone's costumes. Let's be honest. Like, everyone...
Let's be honest.
They're...
Sorry.
She ruined everything.
There were really awesome costumes. Like
serious mode off.
Yeah, she's just like...
Whoever thought this was going to be a serious conversation.
I feel like maybe
you haven't
being
been
too
paying
harsh,
attention.
But the thing is, like, everyone's costume was good, and it was enjoyable. But I also feel like... when you're at a contest, that there needs to be consideration of intricate details.
Yeah.
They didn't pick your boo.
Huh?
They didn't pick your boo.
I wasn't mad about that because that witch was brilliant. That witch was brilliant, and I loved her.
I'm really glad she won.
I'm really
she
glad
was
she
really
won,
awesome.
Yeah, the whole con, I never saw her like. Well,
she
maybe
was
when
creeping
she was eating,
me out.
But yeah, she
no,
just,
even
like,
when she's just
like
walking around,
That's
she's like
awesome.
walking around like the witch. It was amazing.
That's really impressive. It seems to me like, especially how you said from last year, they didn't really even announce the contest to this year.
Right.
There's more promotion. So maybe next year they'll actually have criteria and judges. Like maybe if they have enough emphasis where people are like, we want a little more than just cheering.
Really, yeah, just put in like a bunch of
maybe there's some
feedback,
talks going along.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to say what they are,
Yeah.
but
Or are they
they're
super secret?
Possibly.
We don't want to like shout it out the roof.
Well,
maybe off record we can.
There's
tell
some
you guys.
feedback going back.
There's some feedback going back to Rooster Teeth about
Rooster
the contest.
Yeah.
Whispers from spiders.
Yes.
So I'm on
Let's
even
assume
more
that's
of a
just
Game of
what
Thrones
always
stick
happens.
than before. So all my references.
Now that they're on a hiatus, and you're just like,
well, because of the hiatus, I reread book 3. So,
okay.
so it's very fresh.
Did you
in my
enjoy
mind.
it?
I enjoyed it even more than the first time.
No,
Oh,
dude,
really?
like he seriously like. Let me find it. Real quick.
I sent him some message like in like Game of Thrones.
He
speak.
sent me a message. This was like
Shut
last.
up.
This was last night. Like I was
That's
trying to
just
fall asleep.
Were you
Trying to fall
drunk?
asleep. Trying to fall asleep, and he's just like, ding, ding, ding.
Just out of nowhere, just like I just finished reading book 3 of Got. Even better the second time around.
He says God.
Well, it was like G little OT.
Hey, when you finish the book the first
GOT
time,
maybe?
you're allowed to write acronyms.
Yes, I think so. My goodness. I love that he calls
You
it
got
God.
Yeah.
Got.
You got
Got.
son.
You got gout.
Okay,
It was
so,
a command decision. I stand by it.
so he said that he finished reading it, and then what did he say?
Yeah, I want to hear this.
Was that
Oh, well then,
we're so
before or after that?
in the Westeros speak?
I'm trying to figure out exactly what I said.
Oh, was it so drunkenly typed?
That was exactly
Was
what
it
you
one
said.
of those?
Oh no, that's what it was. It was when he had mentioned that he had sent you a message about coming on the podcast, and I said I shall pray to the old gods that Kelly answers favor.
Oh.
And we're here. It must work.
See, that completely went by, and I just sat there and was like,
What the fuck?
old gods, this is bullshit. I turned it off.
Why
And
am I
started
werewolves like that, sir?
I turned it off, started playing War of Nations.
You're annoying. Shut up.
Shit up, dude. And then I get a little thing right after that.
Yeah, that's why I mentioned that, because I was like, okay, that's why
That's
I
I
mentioned
just
hilarious.
finished book 3, and I'm like,
I love it. And I love that his response is just like, damn it.
Yeah. I don't think you could respond to it.
No, that was me in my head. Like,
Oh.
God.
I heard it.
He's
from your
lost
brain.
it.
I think deep down I got it. I was just like,
You didn't
I
even
didn't have
He
it
was just
right now.
over it.
He's like War of Nations. War of Nations.
War of Nations.
War of Nations.
You should
War
be
of
worried about the War of Five Kings, sir.
Oh, speaking of
Whatever, we know who won
Westeros,
that.
Ah, yes. You have my full attention.
a company in Australia may or may not be making Westeros wine.
I've heard of
shit.
that.
No.
I know one of them was making like the Arbor wine or something, or Dornish wine.
Oh.
But I don't know if that's a new one.
Tastes like sex.
It probably does. Like a little bit gamey.
Feels like it's been in there for a while.
The Cersei Lannister tastes like bitch.
It's like you drink it. Why do I feel so verbally
Is that
abused?
shade in my wine?
It's very tart.
You just get like bitch face after drinking it.
Yeah, you
It's
just
so
go like
bitter.
this.
She's like
Bitter bitch face.
Speaking of bitch face, her latest loot crate opening, she
Just like
put in
this.
a warhead, and oh my god, it was like,
Did you?
I have the privilege of watching the videos as they happen.
Yeah.
Nice.
So like, I always get to see them before everyone, and I'm just like, everyone's gonna love this.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Because sometimes when I edit my videos, I'm like, this is stupid.
Oh,
And I put it up, and people are like, oh my god, it's so funny.
I'm like almost laughing in the background. I have to like leave the room, just like, oh god, I'm gonna ruin her video.
You're the only one.
Just have like a laugh track.
No, I don't think so.
I think the entire
Did you just
world
get
is
an
laughing.
advance loot crate,
No,
or was that the?
that was June.
Great.
We've been
Is
at
it?
VidCon and then RTX.
Well, I
Oh,
saw
yeah,
that
that's
thing,
right.
and you look like that villain from Snow White, I think. No, it's a transformation.
So Snow White-
Transformation one. That's the one I just got.
Yeah.
Never
Yeah.
mind. Well, said you just
Transformers.
uploaded it. So.
Yeah, it just came out
Jon Snow
today
White.
because I'm a really awful person. And
No.
we were at VidCon. It came like the day before we left for VidCon.
But we had to get like make sure we're packed, double check everything. We also wanted to hit Disneyland like real hard, so like we needed to make sure we were ready.
Oh,
Well-
VidCon.
Yeah.
Okay, right.
Yeah,
right.
so the day
It's an
before
Anaheim.
we left for VidCon, when we had to be up at 5 in the freaking morning
Morning.
to get to the freaking airport,
It's
it came, and I was like, I don't have time for this.
Just-
And then we got back, and I had 3 days before all our RTX
Oh,
stuff started,
man.
and I just didn't have time to do it. There's not got to it. I'm really sorry, Loot Crate.
Aw,
They had that loop.
I feel like I have to
Crate loves
personally
you.
apologize
you know they love you.
to Matt.
You know they love you.
They do.
So who all went with y'all to you? Like all the weird girls went as like a posse, or
To
rolling
RTX?
30
yeah, no to VidCon?
No.
Well,
no.
yeah, and RTX too.
VidCon, it was just me. Mark was there working security on the
Do you have a nice
third
little badge?
level.
That would have been.
Did he?
He
Yeah.
had something.
Like,
on
We
made
had
it.
a
out of, like,
fancy
foil?
badge.
I was like, Mark, I think everyone knows who you are here. Like all like the people.
He's like, oh, shush. I'm like, no, you're a big deal.
No.
He's like, oh, stop
If
it.
Grace Helbig comes up and hugs you, you're a big deal.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
If who?
Grace Helbig.
Who's Grace Helbig?
She's awesome.
She's
lady.
kind of a big deal.
She's been on like at midnight or whatever.
What's
Okay, never mind.
Midnight?
I'm just gonna stop.
You should
now.
look it up.
You should look it up.
Do you know who
My
Chris
YouTube
Hardwick is?
consists. Yeah,
Okay.
The
okay.
Adam's apple.
he's the Adam's apple of my existence.
The Adam's apple
Bane
of your
of my-
eye.
Oh god.
Was he there?
Oh, is that one of his shows?
I didn't see him there.
That's
his
what Luis
his
is
Yes.
company was there. But
Okay. The Nerdist.
yeah,
He's
we,
too
we
good for
played
it now.
Mario Kart with him at VidCon. We sucked at
And
it.
then I
'cause
ran
it was
into them at the
crappy-
bar.
Yeah,
at
but
the
we didn't see him at
Hilton.
RTX.
Yeah, I don't know what was
He's
up
like,
with
they're
that.
at the bar, but not at RTX.
I don't know. Whatever. Anyway.
Just wanted to show up to drink.
Yeah, so VidCon, it was just me. That was an experience. I don't want to do VidCon again. And then...
Do tell. We must know.
Oh, shit.
What happened? Was it like too big or too far
No, no,
away,
no.
or
VidCon-
needed more Disneyland?
VidCon is a intranet media convention, mostly YouTube. And so they have a lot of really big YouTube stars there.
Yeah.
The main demographic is ages 12 to 16-year-old girls.
Mm-hmm.
Now, there's a lot of people there, a lot of 12 to 16-year-old
A lot
girls.
of unattended 12 to 16 girls.
No parental supervision.
Oh wow.
Not at
And
all.
the way Mark described this to me before I went, he was like, Beatlemania has nothing on VidCon. I was like, oh, drama mean, shut up. No. Like, we got stuck in the middle of a mob of teenage girls, and I've never been more terrified in my life.
Whoa.
So essentially, VidCon is the Hunger Games.
VidCon, well, yes.
Yes, it
and
is.
the prize, instead of food, is a YouTuber.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So
I could be eating Tobuscus.
Yes.
So
Bless your face.
So the trick is, she says we got stuck in one. No, we didn't get stuck in one.
One formed
Round us.
Oh, wow.
We were minding our business.
And then a YouTuber
4 or
who I don't
5.
even want to mention because I don't want to give him press.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
no press for him.
He's such a douche.
He's not a good person.
He came running at us, and instead of we thought he was going to jump the bench behind us and run away towards the hotel like you do, but no, he stopped directly behind us, like he was touching me.
Oh, wow.
He was
behind
stepping
me.
on me. I thought about pushing him
A
over.
flood of teenage girls runs out of the convention center and comes around us
Before
and
we could
circles
move,
us.
we didn't
wow.
even, we were kind of and then they were there, and I was like, they surrounded us, and they were pressing
You're
in.
describing ninjas.
Yes,
You know-
they came out of the bushes, I swear.
You know what I'm imagining? You remember in Jurassic Park 2 where they're standing there and all the dinosaurs are running around on either side of them, and they're trying to sound as still as possible so they don't get trampled?
I was thinking of the part when they're just like, "Hey, those things," and that kid's like, "They look like birds," and they're coming this way.
They are
And
birds.
they just
Oh,
start
and they're
running.
trying to run it. Yeah.
That was the entire experience of it.
So you guys jumped
Yeah.
behind the log and just sat there
Yes!
Don't move! They can't see you
until
if you
Chris
don't
Hardwick
move.
T-Rex came and ate wood.
It's just a giant
Exactly.
Adam's apple.
If you see teenagers running, just get the hell out of the way.
So after that, we got pressed in. There's 14-year-old girls, and I'm a grown man. I'm very, very, very uncomfortable surrounded by 14-year-old girls. Very, very uncomfortable. It's creepy. It's terrifying. If that was me, I would not be inciting them. I'd be getting away from them because they scare me. And so I had to start pushing them back so they wouldn't step on me or my wife or our friend who was with us.
Casey, hey!
So I had to start pushing 14-year-old girls back. And I was like, I don't want to hurt you, you fragile thing.
But the YouTuber was inciting
It was
the
inciting.
teenagers, and so they were getting just rowdier and rowdier,
wow.
and it was turning into a situation where we were just we're gonna
We're
die.
panicking.
This is where I
we're
die.
going out.
This is
Or
it.
I'm going to jail because I'm going to knock
Start
some
pushing
14-year-old girls out. I'll save my wife over
Or
14-year-old
accidentally,
girls.
inappropriately touch an underage girl
There was
Hit
a
an
girl
in the
underage
middle of the
boob.
mob.
Yeah.
Right.
There was a girl just basically with a sports bra on, right here, just on my cheek.
On your face.
And I was like,
That's
no,
nice.
don't get away from
Don't
my face.
touch me with that!
Yeah.
She was-
I need a doll! I need a doll!
It's too young. Well, the worst part is that she was grimy. It was disgusting.
Ew.
She kept touching me.
I always smell like Feebler.
See, now I'm thinking of that. You ever seen Along Came Polly with Ben Stiller?
Yes, yes, it's kind of like that. Except for that
Philip
disgusting
Seymour
Batman. It was just a pubescent child touching you. You know, children kind of.
Lady, take a shower.
Yeah.
How children kind of feel grimy. Is that what you were saying?
Yeah.
So we're in the chat, Carrie, Matt. So VidCon is a no-go. My girlfriend and I were talking about checking out in the future. I feel like based on your story, if you're going to go, you should either bring a riot shield or
Yes.
bring a t-shirt gun full of pop idols so you can shoot it and maybe they'll run and scatter and you'll have time to try and get away. Yep.
No.
I
What you
think-
need is
And an
a
aerosol
sound,
scan of degree.
like a
can of
sound
degree.
gun that can make it sound like other YouTubers that they would like, and the other corner. Because then,
brilliant.
because they run like lemmings.
Well,
They're like lemmings. They just
They'll see one girl run, and they'll just start running. They don't even know why they're running.
Oh,
They just
wow.
start running.
Like a flock of
And-
birds.
Right, it's weird. So, okay, so...
Seriously, this is.
Carrie,
They just suddenly
my
change
takeaway
direction.
was part of the problem I had was just the atmosphere, just the people attending. I didn't feel like I had a whole lot in common. The
Where were the
panels
geeks?
were, as a person making videos for YouTube, I wanted to get something more out of them. So I was looking for something where I could actually learn things. So there were only a few panels in the community track where I was actually able to learn something. So I was disappointed by that as well. If
Shout
I
out to
had
people we did
an
see, they
industry
were
badge,
awesome.
which is super expensive to get, if I had an industry badge, I probably would have had a better time.
Agreed.
But they do have panels with your favorite YouTuber. So it's something worth checking out. And the said YouTuber that caused a lot of issues may or may not
Be ever
be there
invited
next
again.
year
Okay.
because of some issues that they have been having.
With certain people.
Right. So it kind of depends on what you're looking for. For me, it was
We needed more.
It was just,
we needed more information. We wanted to learn. We wanted to pick the brains of
I'm
more
glad.
people.
Yeah, I'm glad I went. I'm
Yeah.
glad I experienced VidCon, but I feel like I would have had a better time with the industry track badge, because I wasn't too interested in going to see Grace and Mamory and Hannah, because I've met Grace and Mamory. I've seen panels with them before, and I wasn't too much into the main stage because I have I have a lot of anxiety. And I don't like being in large crowds.
No.
So,
Especially when they're trying to trample you.
especially.
Yeah.
So after that, first day, we were there maybe 2 hours and we were mobbed.
Oh,
Yeah,
terrifying.
and so it kind of ruined. So
I didn't really want to do main stage if that's who I'm
Disney.
going to be surrounded by.
Yeah,
So,
understandable.
Carrie, I don't want to say don't ever go to VidCon. I want you to be enlightened with what we learned. If you see girls running, just get up against the wall, get out of the way.
All right. So after that mob, we were paranoid about being mobbed again.
He saw girls running and he shoved me against the wall. He literally pushed me. I was like, "What's wrong?" Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I'll
I was like,
protect you.
lemmings. Not to be mean to these girls. They're young.
They'll get over it. They have plenty of time.
Yeah, they'll be fine later on in life. But like, that is just no way to behave as a human being.
Yeah.
Like, it's like I would be disappointed in my
But as a
child.
teenager,
As a teenager.
I know. It feels like teenagers are in that
you're
quasi-human like
Yeah.
state. Like you're human. Like you're old enough to know better, but then you're young enough not to know better, and like you're just kind of.
They're
in
just
between.
really excited.
Yeah, and I
it's-
understand it. There's
Not
some
a
really,
girl, not yet a woman.
Yeah.
Yes.
Britney
Well,
Spears.
and
they're a
Mark,
face hugger, not quite the alien. They have
well,
that
Mark brought up a
gestated
really
unit.
good, because I had a hard time understanding why these girls were acting that way, because I was never like that when I was a teenager.
I don't
and
think I've ever been that excited before.
it was
in my life.
really difficult for me to understand where they're coming from. And he was like, well, you have to realize these YouTubers are on their lap. They're alone in their room with these people. They feel like they have a connection with them. And everything made sense at that point. Like,
Yeah.
you feel like you have such a deep connection with this person, even though in reality you don't.
Yeah.
Because they don't know you. But it made me kind of understand. Carrie did ask if it was Freddie Wong. It was not Freddie Wong. He was there, though. I
thought he
heard his panel was pretty good.
I thought he was a pretty decent person.
Yeah.
Like he seemed pretty nice. He was the one like moving away from the crowd, not inciting anyone.
Okay, he's trying to get for cover too.
Well, there was this really, really young. I think he was 15. He's
Maybe.
obviously like a singer because people were like, "Oh my god, I love your songs." I heard that, so like I figured that was him.
So
And
maybe
his, and his
he's a
poor
singer.
kid,
Or maybe he's just like, I like to sing, and then that's it.
Yeah. Well, this kid was obviously just as anxious as Kelly is because he was freaking out.
He
Maybe
had-
it was
I can't
like
even
maybe that was
imagine.
his first time, and he was
I-
just like
Maybe.
He
kind
had
of culture
security,
shock.
so I don't
I
know
don't
if it
know.
was.
Dude, I
his
had
first
culture
time.
shock just switching high schools.
Yeah,
So-
Oh,
I
yeah.
did too. Like I had a big issue when I moved from Kansas to Texas because no one knew I played sports because I'm a skinny, white, pale kid.
Yeah.
So they just assumed I sucked at everything.
Ah,
And then
So
I was,
you were picked last
I was
for
picked
everything?
last. So like I've never been picked last in like my whole entire
Oh,
life.
wow.
And so I'm like, I got picked last. And then like, what?
I'm going to crush
I
them
mean,
all.
not-
Ace
it's
Nova,
like that
the
scene from
underdog
Always
story.
Sunny.
I know I am a nerd. I'm a huge nerd.
Yeah.
But I was really athletic.
But I will
Yeah.
own you on the court.
I will own that. I will kick your ass.
I will break
No.
your.
You wouldn't notice by today, however.
Yeah, today I'm really chubby and stuff, but back in the day I was fit.
Yeah.
And, like, I was never picked last in my whole entire life.
Oh man.
And like, no offense to anyone, but there was this, overweight kid with glasses and asthma, and he got picked ahead of me. And I was like, the team that
Because
gets
nobody
me,
knew you. Nobody
the
knew
team
you.
that gets me, they're gonna be like, what the fuck did we do wrong? And guess what? Ace Nova won that tournament.
Nice.
It was a football tournament. I scored 32 touchdowns.
Oh wow.
By
30
myself.
Is that possible?
Yes. 'cause
When
we
you're
can-
Ace Nova, it is.
When you're Ace Nova, you're faster than.
Did you throw down like an Ace of spades afterwards? Like, give me a call. I'll teach
It's
you how
a-
to
No
play
one
the
knew
game.
I was. My
Dropping
name
the
was
mic.
Ace. Like that was been my nickname in Kansas forever. Was Ace.
Yeah.
And I didn't play tennis, ironically, at that
And
age.
they only give that name to card players
And
Ooh.
pilots.
Like
Right.
tennis players.
and players and tenants.
I don't,
Okay,
I
there's
can't
a lot of
ace-
other people that give it to.
I can't ace anyone, so the name is really ironic. In tennis, acing is getting a serve past someone without them touching it.
Yeah.
I can't do that. I'm not that
Ah.
good. I'm not that fast. And so I was like, oh, my name is Ace, and I can't do this. Now it seems like an ironic name to me, but I was like, I'm still sticking up Ace. I'm still doing it. Like, and when I'm playing online games, it's like Ace of the Dark killed someone. I'm like, yeah, Ace of the Dark was killed by himself. Oh. So yeah,
Anyway,
Culture Shock is
VidCon.
VidCon is a culture shock,
Yeah.
but Disneyland was fun.
Dude. Not as fun as Disney World.
Honest.
Oh yeah.
No crapping on Disneyland. We love you, Disneyland. But be nice.
To be fair, one is an entire world.
One-
One's just a land. I mean,
Which one's
One
the
was
one in
built
Orlando?
after.
the one in
was-
Orlando's world. Lands in
That
Cali.
one's better.
To be fair,
Good.
Disneyland was built first and was then surrounded by cities
50s.
in the 50s. So, they don't have room to grow, and World did. So, you got to give them, like...
Sounds like Austin.
It's like, don't pick on Grandma. She's just old.
There's no beer in Disneyland, by the way. If
Fucking
you
bullshit.
If you ask people, they'll think you're an alcoholic.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I asked one
They
of
give
the
you an AA
kids.
pamphlet.
Yeah, I was like, does this place have beer? It was like one of the little German places. I was like, does that have beer? Because it's a German
Yes.
restaurant.
Yeah.
And he was like, no, that's the way Walt wanted it.
And we were like, well, Magic Kingdom has beer.
And I was like,
And it has a real castle.
Just asking a legit question, sir.
But California Adventures does have beer.
Nice.
Yeah, it does.
Just don't drink it before you go on that roller coaster.
Oh,
It'll
yeah,
kick your butt.
That's good advice. Louise says 1995 or 1955, if
Yes.
he remembers correctly.
Yes.
Yeah, you're right. In the 50s, we were trying to imagine what that place looked like in the 50s because, holy crap, that place is just like it's streets, it's concrete, it's buildings. Like you can walk around the whole park just on the
Miss Space
perimeter.
Mountain.
It's like
on the
Westworld.
Ceilings.
Yeah, it's weird. Like in Disney World, is they have so much room. Like,
Oh,
you
yeah, it's all
never
wide
see
open.
the behind the scenes. Like you don't see anything. Like,
Huh.
it's always covered. It's always like so. It's Disney World has the advantage of space.
Oh, Carrie, Space Mountain is the best.
Space Mountain is rocks my socks.
Rocks your socks.
Rocks.
Well,
Star Tours is also always
Oh,
amazing,
dude.
It's always amazing.
Have you ever been on Star Tours?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
Oh, yeah.
so much
Yeah,
fun.
totally.
Oh.
Totally.
Sorry, they don't have a
You
Disneyland
should
in
go
Texas.
just
I'll
you
be-
and your wife to Disney World. Just you and
Yeah.
the wife.
I don't know if that'll be an option because when we do go, it'll probably be 2016 when I graduate,
Okay.
Mhm.
and it's going to be in Orlando.
Ooh.
So
Wait, your graduation?
yeah,
He's in school. Look at him. Look at that little
High
college
five, school.
I
student.
started school last
it's
month.
So
High five.
cute.
High five. School buddies.
cool.
We're both in school. That's cool.
Yeah.
Do you want to
Dude,
tell us
school
what you're
is
going to
cool.
school for?
Shit. Bachelor of Media and Communication.
Oh,
Communication.
you know what?
Yeah.
I was
shit,
in French class.
communication.
I was in French class, and one of the questions like, "Are you getting a degree in communications?" And I was like, "No, I'm not. I'm a programmer." What? And she was like, "Why are you here?" I'm like, "Because my degree forces me to be here. I hate you."
I'm just as
What are you
perplexed
going
as
to
you
school
are.
for?
A web development.
Wood development?
Web.
Yes,
I'm actually
very
already
rare
an
field
expert in that. But,
Expertise.
gonna grow wood. Is that just a degree for porn star?
I was
matter
like,
of fact.
It isn't.
Yeah, right.
Goodness.
But it could be
It should be.
It should be.
if you get it from Phoenix Online. But but yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to do that for this fall semester, and then hopefully coming in the spring, I want to do film.
That's cool.
Yeah, so that would also further my.
You want to do film?
You want to do film. You want to.
I wanna make
take
really
film
artistic
out
porn
on a
film.
date.
I
and
do.
then
I want a
do
wine
it.
and dimed film.
I took a really, really fun class last semester, film appreciation, and I was like, man, I wish I was cool enough to do film. But then Carlisle was doing it for me, so I'm just like, I'll live through you.
Yeah,
I think.
for film.
don't worry. I'll share all my experiences with you.
Oh, thank you.
I think Beetle did a film appreciation class at ACC, and he was like, "Dude, this is the funnest, easiest class ever. Like, you watch movies and then you critique them.
I do
Like,
that
that's what I want to
anyway.
do for a job.
You're like, it sucked. It was good.
The movie's
I
too
wouldn't say
long.
like
I
it's.
didn't like it.
I wouldn't say it's easy because like, it's easy to critique something and just be negative. Our teacher like really pushed us to be like, why didn't you like this? You know, what's the reasons you didn't like this? Is it your personal preference? Well, if you take your personal preference away, is it still a good movie? And like, there was one movie I hated. I hated that movie so much, but I was like, it was well put together. It was well shot. The cinematography.
Was it painful to admit that?
No, It was
sucked, but it was well put together.
It was made you do a blog about it, and like my blog was like, I really dislike this movie, mostly because maybe I'm not French, and the culture, and there was a weird sex scene that I did not appreciate, and I didn't know why it was there.
Wait, was it just awkward?
It was. Oh, she was crying.
What movie was it? What?
Double Life of Veronique.
Why was she crying?
Double Vive de Veronique. Was the name of the movie, and
Totally.
Yeah, sounds
and
delicious.
so like
I remember it.
Oh, it's awful.
Everything French sounds delicious.
Okay, so oh my god, so it makes it even.
Fromage.
Can I eat that?
Fromage. Kelly had a le fromagère.
I had a fromage.
She turned over to me. She's like, "How do
I
I
had a
pronounce
croissant.
this?"
There's a crepe cafe
Très délicieux.
downtown Austin called Le Café Crepe.
Le café crêpe. Holy crêpe!
So like the only French words we know in English is
food.
Yeah, it's food.
Guys.
They're just like
shit.
It's a universal language.
I just love they're like, you're not gonna figure it out. We're just gonna make it easy for you guys.
Some
Okay,
other
guys,
things were just
cafe.
Seriously? Haunted French pancakes. Give me the crepe.
It kills her. It kills her every time. It just murders her. Guys, do you want?
You also hilario.
Do you want to know what magic wand is called in French?
I would love to know.
Baguette de magique. I'm serious. Baguette de magique.
What does that mean?
That's a wand.
A wand?
It sounds like a bread.
A flavor.
It sounds like bread of magic.
Baguette is just a stick. It's literally a stick.
Can you
So when you
eat
say
your
baguette du pain, is this?
Stick of truth.
Can you eat your baguette de magique?
I bet you could.
One bite at a time.
Je mangeais baguette du magique.
Never do a baguette.
Mange.
Crunch.
Alright, we better get off
La
language.
crunchy. So go back to the chat. We were talking about what we were doing in
Is it
school.
minky?
Luis says he went to school for graphic design.
Ooh, cool.
Carries his electrical engineering
Ooh.
and game art for Blood Ocean 07.
Oh my
Game
god,
art?
we got smart peppers.
You guys are so smarter than like me.
We're totally going to draft all of your skills.
So wow, much smarter.
We need them to grow.
Let's make a film, game, graphic novel. I was like, let's combine everything.
I'm a 2-time college dropout.
Yeah, That's the
overachiever.
way to do it.
Hey.
I wish I would have dropped.
Hey, you're a super smart lady, so
Thanks. I just don't have the time or money for school.
no. I'm going to school full time for computer programming.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
I'm going to talk to the computers and make it do things.
The microchip whisperer.
Yeah.
Oh, if only.
100100101.
0101.
Wink, wink.
Baguette is Carrie's favorite French word.
Oh,
What's
baguettes.
your favorite French word?
My favorite French
Hey,
word.
Steve Jobs dropped out as well. Same with Bill Gates. So that
Oh,
means you'll have a computer empire.
yes. Oh
Sure.
man, my favorite French word.
Or the game, yeah.
Oh, there's so many good ones.
Mine's
I really like. It's really stupid because it's exactly spelled the same in English, but question, like do you have a question? Question.
Oh, they went to kitchen.
Yeah, it's like I just like saying anything with like I was like yes, yes, you kind of get that. Man, let me think about it because I really like saying
Sorry.
like I like what?
I don't know.
I don't you don't
Complete
know?
your thought.
I
we're all
can't
waiting.
complete.
I'm
your
just.
thought.
I'm still laughing at haunted French pancakes.
It gives you the crepes.
They do.
Don't get all craped out about it.
So to go back to the chat, Mark had asked.
Mark. Mark Gardner.
No, Mark Jenkins.
Oh. Hey, Mark
Yeah, maybe one day Mark will listen to us. We'll see.
Jenkins.
But he had asked about Game of Thrones, whether if I recommend reading or anyone you can
Read 'em
put
backwards.
read them backwards. Reading the books first or watching the TV show first. So I know
Pamplemousse.
the current school of thought is always read the books first. However, I feel like watching the show is better. For this reason, the book gives you so much more. There's so many more characters, and you're going to get a lot more out of it. And when you're done with the show, you're going to want more anyway.
Plus, it's easier to sit down for an hour.
That's true.
Yeah.
Watch.
So, I don't know. I would definitely recommend watching the show. And then, because once you read the books, you're going to be like, oh my God, there's this and this and this. As opposed to you read the books and you're like, oh, they changed that. They changed that. This character's gone. The scene's gone. And then you're just not going to have a very great time.
I actually think that a lot of times watching a movie first and then reading the book makes the book even better because you're like, what did they do in that movie?
Yeah.
What did they do? Like, no offense to everyone who loves the Harry Potter movies, they don't compare to anything to the books. Like, the books blow almost every single movie out of the water hardcore. And like Lord of the Rings, the book just
Mr.
kills
Frodo.
it. Just kills it. The only book that is worse than the movie that I've found is Fight Club. The Fight Club movie is better.
You think so?
It's structured better. It makes more sense, and the ending is not crap. The ending is awesome in the movie.
You can also empathize more with the main character in the movie. Because in the show, like, okay, just one main change from the book to the show is in the book.
From the book to the movie?
Are you talking about Game of Thrones or Fight Club?
Fight Club.
Okay.
In Fight Club. So
It's
basically,
not a show.
It's a movie.
It's a show in my heart. All right, every scene.
You thought it was a really long
episode.
TV show?
Yeah, right. Why won't this end? But yeah, but in the movie,
Let's just keep rolling.
you know, all the buildings that they blow up are all clear and they don't kill anyone.
Yeah.
And in the book, they're blowing them up, and there's like, I just remember there's one page in particular, and they're talking about like the glass falling on people as it's blown up.
People weren't clear outside.
Yeah.
And
people were
then
clear
he goes
inside.
to heaven.
That's
I
what
was like,
another
we could have
part-
done without this chapter.
There was another part I had read about because Chuck Palahniuk.
No.
It was the director.
David Fincher.
David Fincher. Because he's such a stickler for his movies, and whenever the MPAA tells him to change something, or whatever the higher up, he tells him to pretty much fuck off. So they wanted him to change something Marlena says during when she has sex.
I remember that.
He goes, fine, but if I change it, you have to go with my change, and you can't make any changes. You can't ask for any more changes.
Is that when he put
fine.
the cock in the end?
No. It was the part after her and Tyler have sex, and she says, "I haven't been fucked like that since grade school."
Yeah, the original line was, "Do you know what it is?" Or?
No, I forgot actually.
It was, "I want you to have my abortion."
Yeah,
so
I remember that line in the book.
So the lady,
it's still an awesome line.
Yeah,
the lady who was like uber
So
conservative wanted that thing changed, and he's like, "No, I'm not going to do it." She's like, "Well, then we're not going to make this movie or whatever." He was like, "Fine, I'll change it, but you can't disagree with my edit." And she was like, "Fine, okay." And then when they saw the final product, she's like, "Can we please change it to the previous one?" He's like, "No, I'm not backing down from this." And it ended up making the movie, which that was like one of the best parts of the movie.
Yeah.
Like, it just like makes you pay attention if you weren't already. You're just like,
Well, and
"What?"
that exchange that she like tells the narrator, it just makes you go like, why the fuck would you tell him this?
Both lines, I think, are golden. Like,
yeah, absolutely.
Character description like no one's business.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Wow, what do we got? Like,
Yeah,
Everyone's
all of us went out. Yeah,
speaking of dildo,
But yeah, it's
not
your dildo.
It's always
it's
a dildo.
a dildo.
You never put ownership.
I'm
on the
sorry.
dildo.
I mean, like, I love the author that wrote that book.
Uh-huh.
I love him to death. He's a great author.
Chuck
I love him, but the movie sequence, like the way they restructured some of the moments, was better.
Yeah.
It made more sense, and it was acted so superbly by everyone.
Oh, it really was.
So superbly.
Edward Norton for the win.
Yeah, it was a good movie, and I guess I'll leave it there because I love that movie.
I didn't remember the books. I don't remember the ending being terrible. I think I might have just blocked it out.
He went like
the
allegory is like he died and went to heaven, and I hated it because it went against everything in the tone of the movie.
Yeah.
Everything, and like my favorite moment in the movie is the ending. Is like, you caught me a weird time in my life.
Yeah.
I love that line because
An explosion.
Oh yeah, and the cinematography of like the explosion.
Yeah.
Oh.
Huh.
And then the
Gets me.
pixies.
Yeah, I think I literally did block that out because I don't ever remember reading that. I think maybe I was just like, well, this book is done, but there's 4 pages.
Yeah.
This book is done.
When I reread it, I put like a marker in that chapter. So when I got to the end, I was like, we're done.
I'm just going to type up my own ending and then put the page in there.
Yeah,
Just go with that.
Basically.
That movie's so good. So I guess we were talking about RTX at some point.
Yeah, so we'll go back to RTX. So so just to surmise, definitely I would recommend watching Game of Thrones and then reading Game of Thrones. Highly would recommend reading Game of Thrones.
I agree.
So.
You keep the surprise for the show too.
Oh yeah, definitely. Oh yeah, that's true. I don't know, because it's like as much as I love the book, I love seeing it and seeing the actors and stuff. Because now when I read it with the voice of the actors.
Oh, Tyrion must be amazing.
Oh yeah, well, my favorite one is like Robb Stark. Like I don't know, it's just great.
Stupid Robb Stark.
Hey, he did what he did. Well, in the book, he did it for honor.
I just hate his stupid face.
He made such a stupid mistake. Like that mistake
Robb
was
Stark.
so stupid. It's like, dude, marry the ugly girl and then have a mistress inside like everyone else in this fucking universe.
Right.
Everyone
I'm
else
just
in this
saying.
fucking universe. I mean, even your dad did. So
Just saying.
Maybe.
Allegedly, there are rumors to the contrary.
I know they're saying like it's not actually his kid. It's Baratheons maybe.
Well, that's another rumor, perhaps.
I heard that rumor and I was like, that could be true. Maybe that's why everyone's like, kill this guy. Kill Jon Snow.
They just don't like his face either.
Jon Snow knows nothing except for sex, apparently.
Jon Snow? Oh.
He should have been a prostitute, obviously. He'd be the most famous prostitute.
Yeah,
Jon Snow. Oh.
Where was this hilarious? He's like talking all this shit to him, and then she's just like, all right, I think I might have to step back on that.
Right.
You know one thing, yeah.
That's the one thing you should know.
Yeah, well, there you go. I guess, if you could only know one thing, you should probably know that. So, on that note, RTX! So, tell us about your panel, because the panel that we wish we would have got to see.
The panel was awesome. So, thanks for everyone that came out to our panel.
Thank you, everybody.
There were people actually lined up for it. It
They
was
were lined
really
up.
cool.
Oh, yeah, I saw the picture. I was
Really
like,
cool.
oh, man.
Okay, so we're still like in this weird spot of like, yeah, we have people following us and we have quote unquote fans, which it's weird for us to say we have fans, but that people actually waited in line to see us is really cool.
That's amazing.
And we're still all just like, what? People want to hear what we have to say. Yeah, and it was a lot of fun. I hope people thought it was worth their time. We kind of asked the audience, we were like, what did you come here for? What do you want to talk about? And someone wanted to know how to get started in making videos on YouTube, how to monetize, make money, and like what kind of content they should make, and just tips on how to make videos. And we kind of gave them our experience with it and what we do. Some things that we've learned from industry folks as well on how to monetize and just crap you have to deal with YouTube and stuff with monetization, especially for video game, because there were some people doing video game captures and stuff. Yeah.
Actually, worse. The newest, not the newest anymore. One of the newest Weird Girls is the one that does gaming.
Yeah.
And like the producer was like, yeah, we have like there's like a website that gives you a list of like people who are like, yeah, it's A-okay to use our game, and she's like, I didn't look at that.
She's like, I just play them and give them to you. Nope, it's okay.
I just want to play games, damn it.
Yeah.
But she really likes.
BioWare?
Is it BioWare?
Dragon Age,
That's
Mass
right.
Effect.
She really likes BioWare,
okay, nice.
and a lot of their stuff is.
Well, that shouldn't be
top
too hard
notch.
to even get permission. Actually, you don't really need it yet because BioWare doesn't.
BioWare's cool.
They're down the
cool.
street, and we will.
But yeah, they
get
live.
permission.
They're here. They live
Well,
here. They're here in
They-
Austin.
The issue would be EA, but BioWare still has
Oh, good old
enough
EA.
control over their products where they can be like, it's A-okay. They've come out multiple times and are like, don't flag any of our stuff for us because it's just publicity.
Well, I think EA's
Yeah.
even come out and said as
Plus
much.
we have
Like,
Dragon
no,
Ball.
we want you
only
guys to make this
Nintendo.
shit.
Recently.
Only Nintendo's. I think Nintendo's one of the only companies, big game companies that I know, like
They're
shut
weird
people
about
down.
it.
They're starting to
Yeah,
change.
I think they're finally starting to.
I
They
think
want
Capcom-
they want a cut of it.
Yeah.
And a lot of gamers
Like the
don't agree
Mafia.
with that because who's giving? They already paid you money for their game. So they're like, we gave you your game, and now we're just showing people, cool things of your game. But like, I don't know how I feel about it. It's really strong feelings about monetization, about YouTube, and
Was the whole thing like when you sell a product, or even like when you think of like a new car, you buy a new car and then you can sell it back and then
Yeah.
they can resell it.
Yeah,
you
but
know,
you
for
can take
what it's
pictures
worth.
of your damn car, and post it all over the goddamn internet, and
Yeah.
Ford can't sue you.
And there's forums for that.
Yeah, that's my
People
problem.
that
is
have
Ford
sex with
could
their
see you.
cars.
That's our car, sir. You're still leasing it. But I don't know. To me, like, the whole licensure with a lot of software is kind of ridiculous. It's like, if you pay for it, you should own it. Like, I understand there's the whole pirating and stuff like that, but I think it's...
You don't win.
Really
but you
don't
can't
win.
pirate a game that someone is playing. Like, they're...
Yeah, they're just showing it.
Yeah,
The-
it's like they're showing the gameplay. I don't think that there's anything wrong with that.
Oh, yeah, no,
The best
because it's
argument...
just publicity for you.
The best argument is like if someone posts the whole game, like the whole story, and it's a story-based game, that does ruin your sales. But I think it should be approached like movies. Like you're not allowed to show a whole entire movie, but you can show clips of it, and I think that's fair use. That's very fair. And I think like if you show a whole game, like maybe if you play through the whole thing and you're like taking out cutscenes and it's just you playing it, fine, that's cool. But like one of the things that sucked about Mass Effect 3 is like I had to take a slower path because I am anal retentive. So I
gotta do everything.
I do everything.
This guy.
Yeah.
100% trophy hunter. I think he gets me. So like I will hunt those trophies like no one's business. But yeah, so people posted the ending online, and like that, it was a big deal that people were upset. But on the other hand, I got where like some game companies be like, don't do that, because a lot of video game endings suck. Let's be honest, they suck. Most of them suck. And so I'm just in this weird place where like I want to be like, yeah, pro gaming. Like I don't want people to ruin the industry, but they're doing a good job of ruining it on their own.
Yeah.
On the other hand,
Capcom.
Well, people
for
are
sure.
still going to talk about the ending of the game.
Yeah, they're still
whether
gonna
they
do
show it on video or they talk about it on Twitter or Facebook, which those are easier to come by than it is to come by a spoiler on YouTube, because you have to willingly go into a video and watch it in order to spoil something.
I agree. And so like I feel like there's some publishers out there that are just so amazing. CD Projekt Red is like one of my favorites, and they're like, we don't put DRM in anything.
Yeah.
You want to pirate it? Fine, but our games are so amazing, you're going to come and buy it from us. That's their
that's their
attitude.
mentality.
And I love that attitude, because like we're so good and we're so confident that like we know you'll love us and come on over.
I can just see the guy who's just like, I'm not going to buy it. They're like halfway through. I got to buy this game.
The Witcher, I love The Witcher. It's hard as hell for me because like I suck at like mouse controls while with keyboards, and it requires like The Witcher 2 requires a lot of like rolling out of the way. I usually just roll into axes. That's what I do. But so like they came out and they were like, yeah, we hear that some people they're more used to console games, and so we worked on a patch for free to do controller support for Xbox controller for PC.
Oh, nice.
That's how amazing these guys are.
Yeah.
And they gave you free DLC. They added content after the game, after you bought it for free. If more companies would act that way, I think the video game industry would probably shape up a bit. Because I think there's a lot of animosity between the consumer and the producer.
Yeah,
And that doesn't happen in films as much, or music, or TV shows, or even like other YouTubers.
That's true. Video games does seem to be that one where it's like...
That's the weirdest thing ever.
Yeah.
It's like, can you imagine someone getting that angry over a puzzle maker? How dare you put those two blue tones together? How dare you? Oh my god, I'm never buying your product ever again. Like, if a puzzle maker sold every piece of the puzzle, like you bought like 200 pieces, but it's a 500-piece puzzle, and then they charged you like lump sums afterwards.
Yeah.
Would you buy that?
Because the puzzle wasn't ready.
Yeah. No. Yeah, you wouldn't do it. You wouldn't do it.
They weren't done with it
You
The
yet.
puzzle wasn't ready, but we got
They have inbox
a
content.
deadline, and you guys wanted it.
Would
so
you buy a car if it didn't have wheels on it?
No.
Can it
No.
fly?
Maybe with
No.
no AC.
Oh, okay, then no. That
Yeah.
would be silly.
Yeah, so it's like, it's one of those things where I feel like they're shooting themselves in the foot again. But on the other hand, I understand they don't want their whole entire game being displayed.
I get that. I guess for me, it's like, because I've watched playthroughs, I usually don't have the patience to watch the entire thing.
Right.
But if I watch it enough, if the game looks that good, I'm like, okay, I have to buy this game because I want to play it. It's like, because I got the Game of Thrones game, which is terrible, but I got it anyway.
That was
honestly,
awful.
Game of Thrones.
It's so
because
bad.
Dude,
Game of Thrones.
I was
exactly.
like, what is this supposed to be?
It's just like, it's like somebody made an RPG that knew nothing about making RPGs, and knew nothing about controls.
It's fan fiction.
Yeah, but
It's fanfic gaming. Sounds
But-
awful.
But it was like, but I was watching it. I'm like, okay, this at least from what I was watching story-wise, it looked good enough to actually go and buy. Even though I literally could have watched the entire thing on YouTube. I was like, no, I want to play. I want to be the person clicking the buttons and doing all
That's
that
how I
Right.
felt about The Witcher.
Yeah.
I mean, I saw The Witcher, and I was like, what is this, like, awesome video game? And they're like, it's The Witcher. Like, and I can buy it? And they're like, yeah, for, like, real cheap, because we're awesome. I'm like, yes! Yes!
Because we're a
So,
coven of witches.
I've never. I
The
played a
Witcher.
little bit of Assassin's Creed. I played a little bit of Black
Assassin's
Flag, but I saw part of Zombie's Let's Play
Oh, that
where
was
she
great.
played Assassin's Creed,
Oh, nice.
and she's running after the dog. She's like, "Let me love you!" And I was like, "Hold up! Like you can pet dogs?" She was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Why am I not playing this game?"
Sold.
Just to pet the dogs, guys.
There's a demographic that'll pet dogs in video games. Like, let's get on
I'm
it,
just
folks.
Yeah,
saying.
You know, it's just
yeah.
like, we need to make sure
Well, they
we
do have
can pet the dog.
Nintendogs.
Yeah.
Can you pet the dogs in Nintendogs?
Yeah, you can throw the ball at it and dress
Throw
it up.
at it.
Yeah, like, here, puppy, catch this tennis
Bean it.
ball.
You can't play fetch in GTA 5 with your dog.
Oh, wow.
I didn't know that.
You know,
Yeah.
for a game called Watch Dogs, there's no dogs in that game.
Watch Doge.
Watch Doges.
Watch, dude.
That's very false advertising. I wanted to watch dogs and watch dogs.
I thought this game was about watching dogs, not hacking Chicago. I guess I will hack Chicago.
You just
now.
take the game back. Yeah, can I get Dog Pet Simulator, please?
I was under the impression this was about dogs.
Yeah, I thought
Well,
this was the
didn't-
sequel to Birdwatcher.
Didn't that generic white person on the cover give it away? It wasn't about petting dogs. No, I just
I
White
thought he
people
had the
love
mask on
petting
because he was
dogs.
hiding from the dogs. He has allergies, but he still loves to pet them.
Thought it was like clickbait.
He was mauled by a dog when he was younger, but he still loves them.
Yeah, he's
he needs
hiding
to
the
cover his
scars underneath the
face.
bandana.
Oh my god.
I hold no
He's
grudge
like
against
Baron
them.
von Underbite.
Oh my god.
So I guess going back to the panel.
So who all was on the panel? So obviously
Um,
the illustrious Killy Nova.
Yes, thank you. Zombie, who does our Let's Plays. Yay!
Yay!
Jen Amanda, that does art and animation. Yay! She came into town just for RTX. It was lovely meeting her in person because we had only seen her over the internet, and she's amazing, and I miss her so much.
You weren't sure
already.
she existed either. Huh?
She's just zeros and ones.
She's just a puppet.
She's like still on the laptop screen while she's physically there. It's
Exactly.
like,
She like glitches out every once in a
Yeah,
while.
right.
It's okay. Danny Danger does our comic books. Yay! And then Mark, our producer, creator guy.
Contributor too.
He's the dude.
He's the dude.
He's the
The
brain
tall,
child.
pasty guy.
Yeah.
The tall, yes, the tall, pasty guy. He was our moderator.
Yes. very
But
good
he did help
moderator.
answer some questions about monetization mostly.
Like, I love when that question came in because like I was sitting front row.
Was it like a guy? How much money y'all make?
He puts on his
No,
monocle.
no, it was a
Well,
guy who
allow
was
me
like,
to
how
pray.
do you? It was a very well worded question. Like, how do you getting videos out there, but how do you monetize? Like, how do you make money doing this? How do you make a living out of this?
Yeah.
Very good question. Very good question. But like the faces on all like four of them were like,
We all went.
Just
Like,
get
leaned
the
over. I forget that we're in a podcast and you can't see us.
"There's no money coming
We
in
just like
yet.
leaned over to the front and looked
This
at
is all
Mark.
for free."
Well, because Mark manages the channel for us, and he knows so much about
so
analytics
much.
and
So-
monetization and what we can and can't do and what drives our numbers. And so he's the best resource to ask. I mean, I know a great deal because of just going through VidCon and kind of absorbing things through Mark.
You're also like a mini producer in your own right.
Well, thank you, sir. Thank you. Yeah, but he was the best person to answer that, and I don't know, maybe
took
since
it
we're
out
talking
quick.
about it, to answer that question for you guys, in case you're wondering. Mark came out and said, start your channel in 2006. Which I think is the crappiest piece of advice.
That's
but
what
that is what every single YouTuber tells you, including Hank and John Green, will tell you, start your channel in 2006. Because it's a lot harder these days to make money on YouTube and to actually get started. But by building a community and kind of getting your name out there and making videos that you love, which is key.
That's key.
That's how you can monetize. Now, making gaming videos is
So-
a little harder, but
Are they pretty much admitting that they got lucky?
No, they worked hard. I mean, yeah, in a way.
Well, they did work hard, but they are lucky.
They were at the right time at the right moment doing the right things.
Talking about the right things.
Now, there is a
right
new
people.
movement coming on YouTube that is actually rather new, and it's the BookTube. And like that was something that was really underserviced, and now they're getting really big. So like, yeah,
it's like
what
book
is
fans, book fans on YouTube,
book fans on YouTube,
book nerds.
You just
book
read
nerds.
books on YouTube?
No, not. There is some light reading.
Well, I mean, you like to read.
I do.
Is this the thing you like?
You know, I was actually like on my downtime, I would read Fahrenheit 451 aloud to myself.
Oh, really?
I like hearing myself, not like trying to like, you know, being like, oh man, I'm feeling myself so hard.
Yeah, you can that ego,
but it's
sir.
like I enjoyed like reading it aloud and like
good.
really like hearing my, not just the sound of my voice, but the fact that like I'm hearing the book out loud.
Right.
And I was just like, man, this is
different.
kind of comforting. It feels good.
And like Fahrenheit 451 is one of the kind of like beautiful reads out loud. In my opinion. I read it out loud.
Maybe I just
too.
got lucky that being my first one or something.
Oh,
it's like man, it's very pleasant to read out loud.
Well, but also,
it's
I
stream
mean,
of consciousness, so it feels like you're just.
You're just like spilling these ideas out.
Like you are experiencing the book yourself, and I don't know if it's in public domain, but I really want someone to do a video of that, of just reading Fahrenheit 451 aloud.
Patrick Stewart.
Of course, Patrick Stewart. Patrick Stewart, if you're listening, please do that.
He's always listening.
I will buy that.
Always.
I will give you monies, or I will donate to any charity you want me to.
Well, but also reading out loud really. Because of what you do with the podcast, it makes your speaking flow a lot easier, and it's just exercising your vocal cords.
Wow.
You can talk about things.
So the podcast like this, guys.
Come on, guys.
You learn how to enunciate.
But actually, it can be really interesting to listen to. I had found, going back to Game of Thrones, they have one of the chapters that's from the new book, and I couldn't find it where I could actually read it, but I did find a YouTube video where someone's reading it, and it's maybe like 30 minutes long. But it's so fun to listen to, and the guy actually does some voices, to differentiate with the characters. So
that's really
cool.
So I'm going to steal his idea, and maybe I'll do the same thing.
It's like an audiobook, but like on YouTube?
Yeah,
YouTube,
yeah.
Which is cool.
Very cool.
But, there's a lot of interesting stuff happening. What I loved about you guys' panel is, like, you guys didn't sugarcoat anything when it came to serious questions.
No.
Like, and it was like,
They hurt feelings.
What?
They hurt feelings. They were just
I
like
hope
super
not.
blunt.
No, they weren't blunt. They were like, we're telling you the truth. And it's like, the thing is, it's hard. Don't go into this thinking you're going to be an instant success. Because that's most likely not going to happen.
Yeah.
But if you love what you're doing and you work hard and you're consistent and you engage with your community, you can grow. And that's what's happening with Weird Girls. What, a year ago, right? Like a year, 2 years ago? Well, 2 years ago, Weird Girl started with just Danny. Danny Danger.
It was Danny and McKenna.
Danny and McKenna, but McKenna...
McKenna dropped off
her.
after 6 months to a year.
Yeah.
And then it was just Danny, and then I joined.
Yeah.
Is that just like casual talk for like McKenna actually died?
She was,
No. She left the
She
channel.
went to another channel.
She was sacrificed to the Lord of Light.
Yeah. No. She's
There's
still
power in the
alive,
Queen's blood.
and she's still doing things, and she's awesome.
She's awesome. We miss her a lot.
Yeah, she's 18 now.
Is she?
Maybe. Yeah.
I
think
just remember.
She
I
just
remember being
graduated
young.
high school.
You're young.
Yeah, she's
You're young.
She's going to school for theater, I believe. She's really into theater, stage productions.
Nice.
She's amazing. I love her. So she was doing videos, like first-person vlogs, and then Danny came doing the comics. And then I came in a year after Danny did, and that's when McKenna went out.
Yeah. So then it was down to 2. Like it was just 2 people.
And
it was
that was
2
a year
people.
and a half ago. And
That's 2
now
people.
we are up to almost 9
Oh, wow.
contributors.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
They are legion.
Some haven't premiered yet.
Okay, I was going to say, because I only know like 4.
Well, so there's
Some videos.
Danny and me, and then Jedi Manda.
Yeah.
There's Zombie.
Zombie.
And then the girls doing Heroes of Awesome.
Here's an awesome.
Okay.
Which is Senchita. There's another Amanda and Abby.
Yeah. it
And
got
then
confusing.
Chandler just started talking about books.
Yeah.
She is an author, and she's amazing.
She's a super smart lady.
Such a sweet girl. So she just started doing stuff for us. I think she just put up her intro bit, so go say hi.
Yeah, say hey to her. She's really awesome.
We have another girl that's going to be talking about conventions, probably. I have
nice.
her new video sitting on my laptop. I need to do some editings with, and then it'll go up. So that's 9.
That's 9.
So
we have talks with other girls to come in, though.
So is it safe to say then by this time next year, world domination?
World domination.
Or domination.
The new Mary Sue.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh.
You know, actually, let's go to that topic because I really want to talk about that. So I don't know if you know what happened to the Mary Sue.
No.
They merged with is it Geeko Spear or something like
That
that?
sounds like a bad
Something like
idea.
Yeah, and now they like suck. Like pretty much their whole like.
Really?
I feel like they're like late on everything now. They used to be like on top of things.
Yeah.
And now they're late.
Well, they completely removed like their feminist perspective. Like they even took that like out of their like little
Like
top
not
navigation
completely,
bar.
but it's not as
Strong as you
it's
like
not
it to be.
nearly as strong. 'Cause
Yeah.
there'd be things like, man, it is a strong opinion. It's like I respect it, but I kind of disagree. But then, like I'm sitting there, I would sit there and read these articles and just kind of be like, well, maybe it's just because I'm male and I don't get that perspective or something. And now I'm starting to see things that are more like in line with the way I usually view stuff. And I was like, I don't. There's
like this
something
much.
wong here.
I
But it
watch
was
this
all.
with
It was.
John.
That's
it was
very
all after.
interesting for you to say that, though. Like,
Yeah.
It's
to go
going-
from super, hardcore feminist views to being like, I don't know if I agree with this, to noticing a difference.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah, and it was all because this article Chris Rachel posted on her Extraordinary Nerdy Facebook page, and it was this person. I think it was a girl blogger, and she. I think was it she? Was it a girl?
Yes.
I'm pretty sure it was, but she was posting like all these differences and screenshots, like post and pre. What was it? June or July?
I think it was June something where
Had to
they
be
switched
June.
over.
I think it was June 15th or something like that.
Oh.
And June 5th, I think it was June 15th when all the changes took place. So they had screenshots of everything, even like the orange title and the way the Mary Sue looked and how like big and bold it was. And then to post, like the title was a lot smaller.
Well, what they did is, I think the tagline used to be like was it a girl's geek guide or something?
yeah,
Yeah,
a
something
girl's
like
geek
that,
guide
yeah.
to the universe
That's completely
or something.
gone.
Yeah.
Like it's not even up there anymore.
You know what's interesting? That whole Rick Remender thing that happened. I don't know if you guys are aware of this, but the Mary Sue had an article and it was toothless, and I was like, "What's going on?" Like they didn't really talk about like the issue comes down to was it statutory rape or not.
Well, you
And-
might want to explain exactly what
Oh, the Rick Remender thing. Yeah, that was.
Yeah.
I think a blogger had photoshopped words in a thing with what was the panel?
it was.
It was Falcon and some other
It was
girl.
Captain America's comic.
Yeah, but it was with Falcon and some girl that was.
The issue comes down to basically a girl is from another dimension.
Yeah.
So she's like 11 10 issues ago,
Yeah.
and now she's like 23 or something.
Yeah.
But
And
everybody else is the same age because
but
she's in a different
She's in a
dimension.
different dimension. And it was consistent within the universe as far as I can tell, but people didn't like it. And like Mary Sue did not say, hey, maybe you need to be better at explaining your job,
But
doing your thing.
as you were saying,
Yeah, from what I was reading, someone had like photoshopped words or something like that.
I thought people just got mistaken. I didn't know anyone.
I think that was
photoshopped
it. I think that
anything.
was just. I think that's just the public backlash to like people that generally just see like a post and like
See
I'm
Reddit.
mad.
Yeah,
instead of, like,
and not thinking
oh,
about. Let
do
me
a little bit of
actually look at this
research.
comic
Yeah.
book.
Yeah.
But
Just to interject, Louise said Falcon and Zola's daughter had sex. She was 23. So.
at the time, but then like 10 issues ago, she was like 10 or something like that.
okay.
Yeah.
But like Z Time is like totally fat. Z Time's the universe or whatever they
Yeah.
call it. I don't know. But whenever you're dealing with that, you got to be clear what's going on. I mean,
Yeah.
like
So
real clear.
Mary Sue was just like, it's a thing.
Yeah, they actually
Where
like.
before they would have been like,
Well, yeah. I know they usually take their time to make sure they do the good job. They do research,
right.
and they did. They came like pretty much to the defense of Rick Remender.
oh.
But they didn't really discuss the thing that was kind of looming over my head, and that was like the fact that anyone thought that statutory rape was involved is an issue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The fact that it was even thought of is like maybe as a writer you need to step back and be like, maybe I should think about a woman perspective for
Well,
a
and I
second.
feel like the Mary Sue before would have said that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, technically the outrage is wrong because in her universe, and it was consistent, like Captain America went to the Z time and like he totally aged faster, and they actually put like an exact like Narnia time, Narnia times slow, our times fast, that kind of crap. They actually put a time frame on it. But I don't think that the Mary Sue did the job I thought they should have.
Yeah.
The job should have been it was kind of confusing, and a lot of people are new to reading comic books, and that kind of crazy like time thing needs to be kind of like in your face.
Well, it makes me sad that the Mary Sue changed it over and they're changing their position.
It sounds like they've been taken over by men.
Because they were such a great force for geek girls.
And they put a lot more male staff members that I don't ever remember even, because there was like points where it was like, hey, it'd be cool to submit something to them, but then I would look, I was like, maybe I've seen like maybe like one guy every now and then.
There's a few, but
post something, but now it's like Jill Pentozzi or Pentazzi, I always forget how to pronounce her name.
Pentazzi.
And then two other girls that I see on there, I just can't remember their names, and then like a bunch of dudes that I've never seen before.
It sounds like they just been...
Sounds like the dudes took over.
Yeah.
Pretty much. It's really unfortunate because that was the thing about the Mary Sue. And it had pretty much become like my primary place to go for news.
Right.
And it's just like, it's like, because if you look at like sites now, like, you know, even though our illustrious punching the walls of reality, it's like, it's so oversaturated. Like there's geek websites all over the place. Like you were saying with the YouTube channels, like Best Advice started in 2006. Like it's the same thing. If we would have started this like in high school when Ain't It Cool News was starting up, you know, it would be huge.
Yeah.
But it's like, like now you can't. And it's in an area that's so needed. Like when we have, you know, douchebags like Brian Wood and I mean, they're not terrible, but they're just generic now. Now they're just like every.
Bridging a character in a while, and that worries me.
I think it is actually part of their mission statement, actually, because because basically what the article had pointed out, like their new mission statement was just to appeal to, I think the demographic was just like a general audience of 18 to 40. It was something like that. So they did literally like, we're trying to appeal to the broadest audience.
The bros? You're trying to appeal to the bros?
Well,
pretty much. Yeah,
I mean,
Well, because I guess the majority of people that were already visiting the Mary Sue were predominantly male.
But
okay, so
they were already visiting already.
As a site and as a channel that has a male producer and creator with women contributors, yes, we are predominantly female, and yes, we have a strong feminist point of view. But we really try to be inclusive to all genders. We don't say this is only for girls. No. We're just doing what we love, and you know, our demographic right now is like 60% male. So I think there is a way to include the male audience and still have a strong feminist view. And I think there are men that want that.
Tomorrow, Brooke Byrne.
Fuck. Sorry, I was trying to post up the thing. I didn't know there was going to be freaking audio ads on
Dang it. So, well, you know, the thing, when Mark first started shooting out some videos for Weird Girls, some people were just so...
People were so mad.
Because they were like... And I think there is a strong craving, even with males, that we want female content, we want female perspectives, because we've seen what dudes want. We get it.
How do y'all feel about that? I'm curious. I mean you're not going to hurt my feelings either way.
In general, well, with Mark specifically?
Well, with, do you prefer content driven by women? Do you prefer content driven by men? Do you care? How do you feel about the Mary Sue changing and being less feministic being less aggressively feministic?
I think it's a huge detriment that they're no longer aggressively feministic. I think that, I mean, like I was saying, like that's what made them interesting to read, because you're not going to read this perspective anywhere else. I mean, there might be like blogs here and there, but it's like there's no central location where you're going to find this. Yeah. And not only that, it's like, okay, because to me now they're pretty much like, I mean, probably still a better IGN, but the way IGN is this your most I don't know, your most generic stuff that you're going to find. Right. So before, it's like there are articles and opinions that I normally would not read at all. And especially, going back to Game of Thrones, they would mention things where it's like, okay, I don't see this as a male, and then they point stuff out, and it makes me think like, oh, wow, that was really terrible.
Right.
Like, I never even considered this. And I think it's something that's really necessary. As far as like male contributors, I think that's the thing too, because before I even say that, as far as their demographic, like Agamemnon was saying that they were saying that mainly males were reading it. Well, okay, well then that just means that they're enjoying what they're reading. So that doesn't mean you need to change
their minds.
That's a good point.
And I think that's actually a good thing because more guys need to be exposed to a different way of thinking. Really,
oh dear Lord,
instead
yes,
of just
do.
the same thing parroted over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
And then to the point of having male contributors on the Mary Sue or Weird Girls. I don't think it doesn't weaken it at all. I think it's still another perspective because in that case then you get into the whole now you're being excluding people.
True.
I don't think males can't produce content that is female oriented. It's just when you had such a strong opinions to begin with, and now they just seem kind of bland. You wonder what the change was.
Yeah.
And like, as a man who is a feminist, sometimes I don't see something that a woman would be like, yeah, that's totally like rapey, and I like, oh dear Lord, it totally is. My male perspective took over, and I think people need to be reminded that our culture and our worldview is mostly male dominated, and so Mary Sue was serving a great service, especially to young men, telling them, hey, there are nerd women out there, and they do not like being fridge, don't like being in skimpy costumes for no reason whatsoever. Like, you need to realize and want and crave and consume something different, and Mary Sue was doing that.
Yeah.
So, sadness.
Yeah, it is much sadness. It's, I don't know, I want to like light a candle.
We need to have like a memorial service, like pour one out for the Mary Sue.
I really hope that there's so much backlash. They're like, all right, guys, we'll go back to the old way.
Right.
I mean,
but
they even changed their.
They
even completely changed the look of their website.
I know, it looks like crap too. It's like the whole.
It was so cool before. It was really vibrant and
See, now it's just basic.
Because like even the website now literally just looks generic.
Oh,
it does.
They made the whole. They made the thing a little smaller.
Is somebody?
They even you can still see that kind of rising sun graphic, but they really dulled it out.
Did they put more ads
the lady
on there?
doesn't change anymore, does she?
They literally put like blue opacity over
I think there
it.
probably are more ads.
It seems like there's more shit on there.
Yeah, there's a lot more ads because there's localized ads. They weren't there before. Austin Energy.
Pain in the ass.
Everyone knows the Mary Sue was Austin Energy. But yeah, it's I don't know. It's unfortunate. But I think what Agamemnon was implying when we got on the subject is like, well, at least from the ashes of the dead Mary Sue can rise the WeirdGirls.com.
Knock on wood.
Because it's like now there's there's this unfulfilled, market, essentially, people that are like, okay, well, Mary Sue's gone. What are we going to watch now? Just be like, yeah, about WeirdGirls.com.
There were some girls that went to the panel not knowing what we were, and they came out like, oh my God, you're what I needed.
Yeah.
And it made us feel so great because it means that what we're doing and the vision that we have for Weird Girls to give geek girls especially a place in the world that we typically don't have or we feel that we don't have. While also catering to a male audience, it's very important for us, and it's important to build a community because each of us, we were all outcast by our peers at one point in time because of who we are and because we're girls that love geeky things and that geek out over, whatever it is we geek out about. And so it was really fulfilling hearing these girls come back and say, oh my God, I'm so glad I found you. I'm so glad that you exist. Yeah. And we hope that we can continue that message and we don't Mary Sue ourselves.
I don't see that happening as long as Mark's in charge.
Yeah, well, and we all have the same vision.
That's one of
luckily.
That's one of the key contributing factor is like, are you on board with our message? And that's how people are like, how do you become a contributor? It was like, be yourself, A. Yeah. And B,
assimilate to the board.
Assimilate, yes. Get used to it.
Shoot you in the head.
Well,
exactly.
What was really exciting, and it's kind of weird for me because I'm the husband of a weird girl, and there were some people there was one girl who said, I'm here for the Weird Girls panel. Someone traveled from South Texas to Austin for the Weird Girls panel.
That's awesome.
So you had
That's
a
really
mega
cool.
fan come in.
Yeah.
And then I think she was the one that was like, I'm so glad you guys are so cool as you are in your videos. Which is probably the biggest compliment ever, because if you ever met anyone that you thought was really awesome because you watched a bunch of stuff, and then they just weren't as awesome as you thought.
Lou Ferrigno.
Really?
$20 for a memory.
That jerk.
Really?
But he has no other income.
He's like if you just ran for like 2 hours straight and your grundle just smelled horrible. That's what he is 24/7. He's smelly Tate.
Oh my god. That's the best.
I hate that dude.
Oh man. Wow.
On that note,
He doesn't like geeks. I maintain
What?
he doesn't
What?
like geeks.
That's
how?
He just wants you for the Polaroids. Don't
For
laugh.
the
It's
memories.
true. Yeah.
He wants you for the monies.
He's a jerk.
On that note, Grace Helbig is exactly the way she is in her videos.
Grace
She's
is nice.
so awkward and amazing.
Yeah.
Grace Helbig.
You need to look her
You
up.
need to look her up. Seriously, you'll
She's
love
a
her.
funny lady.
You'll
Sounds
love
like
her.
she should be in Game of Thrones.
Does she? Could you imagine Grace Helbig in Game of Thrones? Do you know who she is?
She'd awkward
No,
that
but the
place
name
up so
sounds
bad.
cool.
That's hilarious because she's so fucking weird.
She'd be like, "What's this crazy contraption?" Like pulls down the whole set. Whoops. That's not bad.
Nice, I'll definitely check that out.
Grace face.
Louis says, they say you guys are doing a great job.
Thank you very much.
Well, I think what's interesting about you guys is like feminist ideas and opinions, and yet males keep coming.
Yeah.
I mean, I've never felt excluded, and what I love about Weird Girls
Good.
is I feel included in everything.
Mm.
Even when they're ranting
Are you
about
trying
like
to
a male.
sell us?
No. I'm not trying to butter you up for anything, and it's just like,
He's gonna bake
Can I
you
get
a
a new
pie.
video game?
Right?
well,
What do you want?
I don't want
Some
any-
Dairy
Well, there's
Queen.
this game I really
Right,
want.
right.
I
He's coming out.
I'm making
by the
straight
way.
A's.
I'm a good boy.
I feel like I've been doing good.
I cleaned my room.
I clean my room.
Can I have some macaroni and cheese tonight?
Can I play some more Watch Doges tonight? But no, seriously, I think that it's really important that everyone feel included and like loved in the community, and that community is existing right now. And I think when new people join and like they're like, who are these people? And then I feel like people are making connections with each other and with the YouTubers themselves, which is important because all YouTube is a community.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
a giant
true.
forum board with people like posting some videos and then everyone else talking.
Yeah.
So I mean that's all it is. It's so simple of an idea. Is just a place where people can feel connected. And
Well, sometimes.
well, the only
it's still the internet.
Still the internet. I guess it
only-
depends what kind of community you have watching your videos
Yeah.
is the main point.
the only people who are not included are the people who just bring hate.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
the only
Yeah.
people. As long as like, and
Then you get the block.
then you get the block button. And as content creators yourselves, don't be afraid to block people that are just like.
Have y'all
fucking
ever
up your
blocked
shit.
anybody?
I don't think
No,
the only
we don't
time I've
block.
had to block comments sometimes is when I was doing cosplay blogs every Monday.
Oh yeah.
Just like
Oh,
the
yeah.
like okay, it would be one thing if someone if the picture is literally the woman's ass, like
Yeah.
if she's then if they say nice ass, I'm like okay, I'll let that go. It's like if they're
Well,
gonna
that was
put
all
Because
the
it's like
picture of
it.
that's
Yeah.
it's a
It was center
her
frame
ass.
90% of the
Okay,
picture.
well, it isn't literally just,
Yeah.
but I mean, it's pointing towards the
Right.
camera. But if it's like something more like derogatory, there's like where it sounds like something that should be like on a porn form, then I'm like, all right, I'm not gonna have this. Like this is
Yeah.
this is where I draw the line. It's
Kudos to you, sir.
Well, I
some are
draw-
just like, meh.
I don't want that. Like
I hate it when I see like a cosplayer, they're putting themselves out there. They're more scantily clad, and like that's a bold statement to put online and to put out in the world. And then someone's like, "You don't have the body for that." I'm like,
You're a fat cow.
I slam my fist down. I'm like, that guy. Like,
Yeah.
I want to go beat the shit out of that. He's
yeah.
probably like 500 pounds. I'm
yeah,
like, leave that woman alone.
it'd be easier to beat him up because he's not gonna move very quickly.
You're right. You're not
jumping.
going anywhere.
Yeah.
Where you going? You're going nowhere.
We've actually interviewed a few cosplayers, one of them being Marie Doll. And the feedback, we've got probably the most feedback for that one, I think. And it's really like positive. Like they mostly say like, "Oh my God, she's such a cool lady. She's so funny." Blah blah blah. And, like,
I feel like almost
never got anything
it's because
like
the community
derogatory.
you have, and you set that up
You set
yourselves
that
as creators, saying this is the type of community we're going to have. We're not going to.
We're not going to tolerate that.
Yeah.
I'm so glad that you're willing to bring
Give him the hammer
down and just be like, no, I don't respect that.
I mean, we don't like blocking people. We usually don't. We will if people say, "Go kill yourself."
I love the
like
weird
that,
girl's
but-
immune system. It's so awesome. Someone says something bad, and like there's like
White
30
blood cells
people.
converge!
They just like attack, and like it's not like negative attacking. They're like, Danny's amazing, and like all these like things about like you can't say that to her. Like her body's not up for discussion on this.
Yeah.
Be a dick.
Don't be a dick. Like what was Zombie had a great like. She was asked a question.
What was she asked?
She was asked a question like,
I don't know where you're going with this.
Do you conditioner or shampoo
Yeah.
first?
No, dude, someone commented on Danny's video. You need conditioner?
I remember that so
your
distinctly.
nose was too white.
Your nose is too white.
Your nose is too white.
Wow.
White, not wide. White, like
White.
the color of her skin was too.
I mean, I guess I would get that one, like maybe because
Your
think,
nose
isn't that
is
why
too
they powder
nose.
noses and stuff for
No,
like that?
they powder it for the shine.
Oh yeah, because I got the shiny head.
Yeah. So we don't know what that
That
one was
was a
about.
euphemism for
But
cocaine.
Zombie basically had someone. What did they ask her now? I can't remember. They're like, basically, I want to F you or something like that.
Yeah.
And she was turned around and was like, "What's wrong with you?" In public, just like shamed that person.
Nice. That's exactly
What's
what he
wrong
said.
Did her hair like jump out and strangle him?
Oh, I
That'd be
wish.
awesome.
Were you raised by a ficus?
That was her next line. We were like,
This is why I love
A
Zombie.
ficus?
A ficus.
A plant?
if you guys are not already watching Zombie,
Not even wolves.
you need
I
to
guess
watch
wolves would be
Zombie
cool.
because the things that come out of that girl's mouth is fantastic.
You can follow her on Facebook at Costumes by Zombie, ZONBI.
I never planned to like cross Danny Danger's path, but now I'm like more adamant. Like I'm never fucking with that girl ever. Like, she's always gonna be like, make sure to be nice to that person.
Okay, so speaking of Danny Danger, there was like a video. I wish I could remember what she was going off about.
Okay.
But it was some type of controversy with comic books, obviously being sexist and stuff like that.
Right.
Had to do.
She does
with
a lot
Wonder
of those.
Woman, I think.
It might have. Yeah, I don't remember what it was. I just remember like her.
Yeah, I remember it was back in February, I think.
It probably was that. But it was such a great video. Like she was so impassioned.
Yeah.
And I think it might have been something we had discussed on the podcast. I was like, I
Yeah,
could
it
not
was.
even do justice to that topic. Like she just nailed it, like on point for everything. And I was impressed. I meant to repost it, which I'll probably go post it anyway. But it was amazing, and it kind of goes to the point that Ace made, where he said, like, even when someone's doing, I'll just call it a feminist rant, like, as a guy, like, I don't feel, like, alienated. I'm like, yeah, you damn right, like, I feel exactly the same way, like, because, I don't know, I guess for me, it's like, you don't have to be as feminist to respect women, you can still recognize, like, oh, they're human beings, too.
Oh, my God!
You don't have to be douchebags about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and for me, it's more like, I grew up more or less in the country out in Doe Valley and stuff.
With straw in
and
your
it was,
teeth?
Yeah, straw in my teeth. And it still went to kind of a rough school system for that time. And I had a very different perspective than what I have now. So even watching like those kind of videos and seeing like the kind of person that Danny Danger is, it just kind of like opens my world to something that I wasn't like used to growing up in.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. To me, it's like really cool to see those kinds of perspectives, and they're kind of to me they feel like really few and far in between. So
Yeah. I mean, I guess it kind of depends where you are.
yeah.
The Mary C used to be that way, but I guess not anymore.
I guess not.
Screw you, Mary C.
Yeah, I had that. I'll post it up afterwards when stupid ads.
Stupid
I
ass.
didn't know it had audio ads. Why? Because I read it from work, and they have
ad blocker.
ad blockers, so you don't think twice about it, and then you see
Right.
it from work and
Yeah.
I mean from home, and
Stupid ad block.
bitch, I hate you.
Oh man.
So I'm curious with the panel, like, okay, so obviously, people obviously enjoyed it. People came from far and wide, to see the panel. So what would you say was your favorite aspect of doing it, and would you do another panel again?
I would definitely do another panel again. It was a great experience, and it was great to just interact with everybody. It was kind of like an informal discussion, basically. Yeah. And everyone just kind of, they would be respectful and polite and ask questions. And there was one girl in particular that just made it, I want people to get something out of the panel.
Yeah.
But I feel like her and I had such a great connection in the panel that, like, I kind of don't even care about everybody else, because she basically said, she was like, I want to make videos about this organic cosmetic that I am selling. I want to do makeup tutorials, but I'm also really geeky, and I was wondering if I should separate the two. And all of us went, why?
Yeah.
Why do you want to separate that?
Yeah.
And she was like, well, and we were like, no, that's who you are.
There is no well.
Yeah, we were like, that's who you are. And everyone kind of, like, got behind us, and they were like, yeah, like, why would you want to do that?
The
And
crowd was like,
yeah, like, that was everyone's face was just like, whoa.
separate who you are from the
It kind of makes
makeup?
me wish I was there, because I could even tell, like, I did that for the majority of my life.
Yeah,
and
I've
it
already done
sucks.
that.
Yeah,
Because
well,
you're always hiding this part of you that you always think is going to be alienated.
Well,
Yeah.
did we essentially
Yeah.
tell her that? I don't
Yeah.
necessarily
You guys
remember
are like,
everything that we told her.
don't-
Yeah, we
don't
told her,
do
do what you
something that you
love,
don't
be
like.
who you
Yeah.
are.
Do
And
what you love.
there are geeky girls that like makeup.
Oh,
And
hell
this guy from like behind her goes, this is gonna sound weird, but I was looking up a lot of makeup tutorials so I could do a cosplay, and I would watch it.
Nice.
I was like, dude, that's awesome.
I feel like
White
men.
puts on his lipstick.
I was like, are you gonna do it? You just send me pictures.
I feel like makeup for men could be a big thing, because men are not, especially, you know, if you have a very strict father figure, you're not going to be taught how to do makeup, because that's
Right.
not going to be allowed. But then
That's
you
why
get
drag
these YouTube
queens do
videos.
makeup tutorials. Just saying.
That's what I love about drag queens. They're like, I'm going to teach you how to do this right, son, because you need to look good, girl. You need to look good.
Have a good
I mean,
story.
have you seen RuPaul as a male?
Yeah.
That dude is freaking.
He looks like a turtle to me.
GQ. Well, he's a GQ turtle then.
He is a beautiful man.
No,
But he looks like a turtle to me.
A couple times watching Drag Race, and I
He's
saw
a fifth
this.
Ninja Turtle.
I saw this like really like this black guy, but he was just so like smooth looking. I've never seen someone look so soft and smooth.
Like he waxes every inch of his body.
Like
yeah,
Lumpy
but he
Space
looked like he
Princess
was
Punch
made of
Smooth.
silk. I was
yes.
just looking at him.
I
and
want to
then-
touch him, and like that's like the weirdest statement I've ever said about anyone. Like, I want to touch RuPaul. I'm like,
He just
I
looks
bet
so
he's like a
soft
slip
and
and slide. He
spongy.
just slides.
how are you so smooth?
He looks so satiny, and then
Yes.
I
And he
saw
has
him
satiny
changing
suits.
out, and I was like, "That's RuPaul!" Oh, I thought it was just like a really
beautiful as a
flamboyant
man.
dude that they had on the judge panel.
Beautiful
That's
man,
hilarious.
beautiful woman. I'm just like, damn, son.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Damn.
that
Oh.
was crazy.
That's hilarious. But I was just gonna say, like, going to like guys not knowing how to do makeup. When one episode when we did, or when filming, when Jay and myself went to go do Extraordinary, we noticed like in the previous like batch, like we had a lot of glare, so we had his wife actually put like powder on us. So
I
yes.
hate makeup on my face. I don't know how you girls deal with it. I hate it. She's like,
I didn't
we done
notice it
cosplay and stuff.
honestly.
Yeah, and in the actual on you or in
Did
the
it
video?
itch?
Yeah, on me.
It didn't really itch at all. No.
No.
I
But-
know it's on my face and I hate it.
I think
I
it's
buy
like
heaps of
psychologically
good
because I was
stuff.
very self-conscious, and I was thinking when we went to, I was
Don't
just
rub your
waiting when we
eyes.
got to Chris Rachel's house, and she'd be like, "Are you guys wearing makeup?" She didn't even notice.
Well, that means
'Cause Jen's
she
good.
did
Yeah,
a good job on your
exactly.
makeup.
Shout out to
Yeah.
Yeah.
Vicky and her makeup skills.
Did she just do translucent powder and that's it?
Was that?
Did she just do powder and
She
that's
Oh,
it?
did
yeah.
the
Yeah.
like the pore oil wipes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
She started doing the powder.
I don't know how you
Okay.
girls take a pencil and put it to your eye and like draw on.
Oh,
your
that freaks
eyeball.
me
Dude,
out
it's
so
hard.
much.
Oh, she's like, stop moving. I'm like, I can't.
I would be blind.
It's so difficult.
I had a friend, she was a photographer, and like she was like, you know, this is gonna sound really stupid, but like I love goth makeup. And she's like, can I put you in goth makeup? Because I think you look
Oh my
totally good in
God.
goth makeup. And I was like, all right, yeah.
Red hair with goth makeup sounds
That's risky.
atrocious.
I totally thought you were going somewhere else with that.
Yeah, I thought you were like, it looks good. I'm like,
Oh, that's the
He
sting right
started
there.
with the yeah.
no. I was like,
You're gonna have to
hey,
clip
I
the
look
moment where
good.
your heart broke.
I looked, I looked like death. Like I looked like a vampire. That was like in that photo shoot. I looked like a vampire.
I
'Cause
want
I'm
to see this photo shoot.
pale. I have to. I don't know if I have it.
Dang.
Pale.
Can we recreate it?
Dark.
I know,
Not
right?
that pale. Not that
You make that
skinny.
into
from
a
Kelly.
Weird Girls video.
Can I do your makeup for the YouTube?
Yeah, that's fine.
I'll make you white.
Well, what's
Really?
really
Comments, your nose is too white.
it was
the idea, jackass.
that was the idea. You stupid son of a
Yeah.
bitch.
I totally wish, like, you ever seen Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back?
Yeah.
And then the end part where they go and they just beat the crap out of all the people that were commenting.
Oh yeah.
I think that's like anyone who does anything on
I
the
thought
internet.
that for a dude that left a comment on our Captain America video.
What did he say?
He just because I saw his post and I was like, Carlisle. I mean Prometheus. And so I started listening to like the first 10 minutes of the video.
They know your name.
And he was doing it, and then I started doing it, and we both kept saying, I don't know. I really like this part.
I saw that.
And I was just like, damn it, we both have that crutch. Because when we first started, I was always like pointing out, like, we have these word crutches. We need to quit that shit. Because it gets
crutches.
Word crutches.
Like
Words that you just repeat over and over, like when you say like
or you know,
Beetle. I've tried to get him. I just stopped. He's just like, well, like this one thing, like blah blah
Very
blah, like,
similar
and like
to-
he's
it's hard to.
yeah, it
hard to
is.
stop.
Get rid
It's
of
something you have to be really conscious about, which I am very conscious
Slap
about
yourself
everything.
every time you say it.
I'm conscious about how low my left ear is compared to my right ear.
That's really weird.
Yeah.
Is that why you wear headphones?
Oh God! You found me out.
Oh my God!
The horror.
And I
all
don't think
dark.
that's being conscious. I think that's being self-conscious.
Oh,
Well, yeah, self-conscious.
Nailed it.
So then I looked at the guy's comment because he goes, I don't know, in quotes, I think. He was like, is there anything you guys do know? And I was like, I want to murder you right now!
I know how to kick your ass.
yeah, right.
Your face when you said that, like his eyes just came out of his
That made me
face.
it just made me, like, after
Yeah.
I went through those first 10 minutes of the video and realized it was the both of us, and then I reread that, and I was just like, I'm angry.
Dude, have you seen the latex mask video? You won't hurt my feelings.
Oh no. Yeah.
Okay, so
It's the best
basically I
video
tried to
ever.
make a latex mask, and I went into it with all the confidence in the world, and it came out really shitty, you guys.
I think I saw the pictures.
Like,
the
yeah, it
aftermath
was
pictures.
basically, like, wrapped up in itself, so it looked like just a string of just,
It looked
like,
like he made a
shit.
thong. A
It
very
looked
bad
like I made a
thong.
really bad thong.
Like, it was just
I've done
strange.
that when I've been making pizza dough.
That,
Vitamin D.
To me, that
that's
takes
really
forever.
sad.
Yeah.
You feel...
No.
Did you wear the pizza dough?
Did you
No.
cook it and then wear it?
Missed
someone eat it.
opportunity.
I had to roll it up and then re-flatten
try.
it.
You can't do that. Like
So,
Sounds
this
like it'd be good for a
video...
food fetish party.
Like, at the end,
But then airball.
it starts out very confident. I'm just like, yeah, we're going to do this. And then it ends with just like, I done fucked up. And it's just like, supposed to be really funny. And someone commented, have you never heard of baby powder? I was like, do you have a sense of humor?
Well, it was like also like
I was so mad when I read it.
Oh,
I was just
man.
like, fuck you.
so when Amanda heard you talk about that comment, she was like they ever fucking knew that when they fucking first did it.
Oh.
Like, just like them. Like you got to think about it this way: people who comment like the critique for like those little things, like instead of being like, "Hey guys, you're saying a little too much. I don't know. Might want to tone it down. It gets a little repetitive." Maybe instead of saying, "I don't know," you say these different things. But when you just comment,
Constructive
Yeah,
criticism.
there's constructive
There you
versus
go.
I don't even
asshole.
mind. I don't even mind blunt criticism.
Yeah, like, hey,
you
guys,
just-
stop
you hurt
saying
my
that.
But just
feelings a little
like
bit.
being a
There's a
dick like
snarkiness about
that.
it,
yeah. Being a sarcastic bitch is always just like the number one cop out, and it tells me that your personality is flatter than a 2x4.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah,
Have
it's
you
just-
never heard of baby powder? It still makes me mad.
I can
Like,
tell.
okay, I'm sorry.
don't
You
wanna
too.
call
You're
that
just like, I don't know.
I don't go to all the sex dungeons with the latex. You know.
Jesus.
One of us did. How about it?
Hey, if you know the knowledge, share the knowledge.
Those things
It's my
come
number
with
one like thing.
Oh, I love this. Agamemnon smash.
Oh, I want you to smash that guy's face in. I'm mad for you. I'm like,
Yeah.
that guy.
It's funny you say that because I don't think we ever had discussed the comment. Because like before, when we get comments on the site,
I didn't want to talk about it.
Yeah, because I had seen it too. I think I saw it like right after I got off of work. So I'm driving angry, like Nick Cage.
Oh no, that's the worst.
I'm a husband of someone who puts herself out there on YouTube, and there was a comment one day I was not happy about, and I know my wife hasn't seen it because she doesn't have connection
Was
at
it
work.
the tally hip one?
Oh, you ruined it. You ruined my delivery.
You blew it.
All right.
Sorry.
So her tally video is showing her rap. And she's like, I'm gonna do Tally Zora, and it's total, her Tally rap, like Shepherd, getting down Shepherd.
I like that.
But her rap, it was about her, covering her hood and all that. And this person commented, "You don't have the hips to be
Oh,
Tally
wow.
Zora."
No, he said, "That's nice, but how are you going to do the hips? Because I don't know if you have them to do Tally."
And one
Wow.
thing I
I
love
think
about
I
my
saw that
wife,
comment, actually.
one thing I love about my wife is her hips. I think she has
Thank you.
lovely, lovely hips, and like that's one of my
This
things.
is a weird conversation.
Yeah, weird conversation. But
They don't lie, do they?
Huh? No, they don't. My hips don't lie. The curves
made
don't
it funny.
lie.
Sorry.
But, I was so mad, and I was just like, how am I going to talk to this person? Because I just want to rip their throat out. I want to rip their throat out because it's just like, how dare you comment on my wife's body? None of your damn fucking business what she does with her body. Number 2, you're wrong. Like, you're just flat out wrong. And number 3, you're a douchebag. I think I said something pretty nasty.
And number 4, I will find you and I will kill you.
I remember commenting to it, and it was like, I think I said something like, you're... she has wonderful hips. I don't know what you're talking about. And B,
Better
I want to
than
see
your
you do a
mama.
cosplay. Like, let me see you in a cosplay. You don't have a body for that Superman, you flabby piece of shit.
I had that, like, Nick Cage rage
Oh, yeah.
as well when I read it. Because I got off work. I read it, like, on my way home. I was like, son of a bitch, I'll show you. And, like, I had to wait, I think, a while.
It was like a week
before I
she had to
could
comment.
respond.
Oh, wow.
Did you run the first red light you saw? You just like screaming.
Pedestrians are just flying over the hood. I'll show you.
Exactly.
It was like that
In
end part in
Westlake.
Simpsons.
In Westlake. There's no pedestrians in Westlake.
Run over all them sucker moms.
He had it right. Oh, damn.
Hips don't lie.
Neither does the
That's what
curb
Carrie
stomp.
It
said.
always hurts my feelings.
It's my favorite. I don't even like her music that much, but I just think the name of that title, of the song is
Hips Don't
hilarious.
Lie.
Hips Don't Lie.
Yeah.
Cheers, good dude.
Her hips
Yeah.
don't lie, so obviously she is good.
I like Laundry Service. I don't like any of her other shit.
Records don't lie. I don't know any of her songs. I just,
Oh,
Records don't lie.
whatever.
I just hear her
Whatever,
voice.
whatever,
Anyway, that's about YouTube comments.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't get as much as
Let's
those
stop being
anymore.
angry.
Yeah.
The good news is the haters have got we got the firewall against hate.
Oh, yeah.
It's doing pretty well. There's not a lot of bad comments anymore.
Well, it seems like you guys are growing so much. Like, even if it's like, because it's like one thing when someone leaves a bad comment, and it's like, usually like that one person leaves it, and everyone just dogpiles. Where it's like, yeah, we're not taking this,
Yeah.
So I think that's at least good since you guys have like such a good fan base, and I would imagine to the point where you probably don't get those, that often.
I think they have a sense that they know they're going to be shut down pretty fast.
Yeah, our fans are awesome. I love you guys.
Yeah.
We
They're part of the family.
They're our family.
That was the big thing in the panel that Kelly coined. She was like, "You're our family," because calling them fans feels weird because like there's kind of
We feel like we have a deep connection with them as well.
Nice.
There's a lot of interaction.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't know. It's weird calling them fans
Yeah.
because we're like friends, but like we're like a family. Anyway.
Friends don't shake hands. Friends got a hug.
Exactly. Well, exactly. So like we were meeting some people that we knew through, just our fan base, I guess, or whatever. And each time we'd see him, or I would see him, I'd just be like, "Oh my god, give me a hug! I love you so much!"
Like I know some of these people on the first name. I'm the husband, and I know them on the first name basis, not
Oh,
their,
nice.
not their
Cool.
name tag, and like I know who they are, and like I like them. And,
Like Luis. When
Oh,
I see
yeah.
Luis, he's getting
Yes.
a big hug.
yeah, whenever we see him, he's getting a hug from both of us. So deal with it.
Double hug.
You're gonna get a Nova hug.
I think he
Nice.
was like that.
Power of the
Nova
Nova
sandwich.
Nova Corps gravity attack.
Energy javelin. So I'm curious, what would you say the weirdest thing
hugging.
about the panel was?
The weirdest thing.
Yes.
Nice. I see what you did there. Someone was live streaming it.
Oh, really?
We didn't even know.
Oh, wow.
And so we got out, and like someone was like, "I'm watching you live stream," and we were all just like, "What?"
I think one of the coolest, not the weirdest moment, one of the coolest moment is that everyone in the panel was like, Mark was like, "Everyone come up here. We're going to take a picture together." And I was
God,
like,
we took a group picture.
that's so cool because you don't get that often. And then like everyone was like, "Hey, yeah, we're going to stick around for a while. After the panel, we'll move outside. You guys can come talk to us." And you don't get that a lot because, with really big stars, they can't do that because then you'll just have a huge mob in the hallway.
And then you'll have VidCon.
Yeah, and it's hard to protect them, and then you get stupid comments like "You're pretty."
You're hot. Can I fuck you?
What's wrong with you? You raise that Ficus. Thank you, zombie. Thank you. Now I know what to say. I'm prepared.
Yeah.
But the panel was just amazing. I'm not. It sounds like I'm just buttering everyone up.
Yeah, you
But
are.
we've been to a bunch of panels lately, and that was the only one who was like, I had fun. That was fun.
I think you're a little biased.
I know people think I'm biased, but like the other ones, I don't know. I feel like you guys actually really engaged the people there, and like you really like reached out to them and was like, you know what? We make these videos for you guys.
For you guys.
For you guys, and you guys love us back, so this gives us even more power to like to get out there and do more. And like it felt like the Weird Girls commenting community was there at Rooster Teeth, which was really special.
That was really cool.
I mean, we just met half the people too. It was like we saved Cora's hair as a cosplayer.
Dude, there was an awesome Cora, and poor
Yeah.
thing, her little spiral
I don't even know what
hair
to call
thing
that
wasn't staying in there, and I don't know. I was taking pictures of something. Amanda grabbed my emergency cosplay kit. That's why I have it to save cosplays, and
Nice.
we're trying to find something in there to fix it, and yeah, it was pretty cool.
pretty cool.
When you have that cosplay kit at home, is it behind like glass and just says break in case of emergency? You're like, oh no!
We need to add
fix
more
it?
to it.
No,
we
it's just mostly like shit strung around my house that I'm looking
I
for.
call it the-
That's a good idea though, because I don't have everything all in one place
I
usually.
see.
it's a cosplay hurricane.
It is
Nice.
a cosplay
I mean,
hurricane.
one of the things that we're gonna try to do is I'm gonna try to start helping out with the cosplay making.
yeah.
I'm kind of awful with my hands, so it'll be very interesting for us to try this. But I did help spray paint.
He learned how to spray
I
paint.
spayed paint. That's what I did.
Spade paint.
Spade paint. Yeah, so I spray painted and I didn't like destroy everything, so that was
Nice.
exciting.
That's always a good first
I
step.
had a lot of I've had a lot of bad experiences with arts and crafts, mostly because I had a very angry art
Arts
teacher.
and crafts.
It was arts and crafts for me. I had a very angry lady that was my arts and crafts teacher in like elementary school.
I need more glitter.
Like she made me feel bad for not being able to do some of the things.
Well, see, I'm
I
going to
see.
tell you what I tell
You had a
everybody.
cool art
You can
teacher.
use the cosplays.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
the
cosplays
cosplays.
do themselves. Yes.
Cosplaying team, that's awesome. I love cosplaying.
Yeah.
And if we can be a team, that'd be pretty cool, because then I don't have to do everything myself.
Yeah. I really want to like specialize in prop making
Because
because she's really good at sewing already. So it's like if we kind of like
I want
with
a
your
PhD
powers
in prop
combined.
making.
yeah, I want that PhD in prop making because I like weapons and swords and
That PEP, Pepakura, in prop making.
yeah, I like those
that
things.
was a bad joke.
I like
Don't worry, the
like
delivery saved it.
Thank you.
I like those things and they're hard to do, especially when you're doing everything else. So if I can do that and then teach, maybe I can teach Kelly and then she can teach other people.
And then we'll all know how to make props.
I
We'll
want
all know
everyone
how
to
to
know how to
fish.
cosplay. Like that's
That
one
would
of
be
my
awesome.
number one thing is like I kind of got frustrated when like we were first looking at cosplay videos when we were thinking about Kelly joining. And it's like why doesn't anyone, like the tutorial like and then I did this and like it was like the the cooking shows. Like, it was already, like,
yeah, it's already
pre-made.
done.
It comes out of the oven. You're like, how does it look like that?
Wait,
Soon it comes
wait.
out,
Did you tweak the temperature? Like, was it humid that day? Like, you need to tell me things. And so what Kelly really does
What
is-
altitude are you baking at?
Yeah.
At the top of the Himalayas.
Exactly.
But, like, with Kelly's stuff, it's like she'll show you when she made a mistake. And that's very informative. Like, her latex mask video, that was a mistake. All of it was a mistake. All of it was wrong.
Apparently, I never heard of
Yeah.
baby powder before.
Yeah, but it was
Yeah, they
really
feel like-
informative. And I think the best comments we got on it was like, oh my god, thanks for sharing this because
That's what mine looked like.
I thought I was the only one that failed at cosplay. And so like now people are like, I can do this. I can fix it,
I think especially like seeing that video and then seeing like more recent ones where like all the ones you do that are awesome.
Thank you.
Where it's like, because it's like oh my god, it's like okay, she stumbled making a latex mask, but then she made this amazing Dolly cosplay.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So it's like
When things work out, I get kind of upset because
Can't
it's
show.
not entertaining.
oh yeah,
It's just like, I did it! Instead of like,
oops.
what?
No, there was one, the bow of doom for Lorecraft.
Jesus Christ, that bow.
It was the bow of doom because like everything was failing.
Okay, so the first bow that I made, I had put like Bondo styrofoam, and then I put Bondo over it, and I didn't know that Bondo would eat through the styrofoam.
Oh, wow.
News.
That bow, I rage quit and threw it to the side of my porch. It is still on the side of my porch.
Wow.
It's
don't
been
wanna touch
over a year.
We don't
want
wanna
to
touch it.
I have not disposed of it.
We're so angry with it. We don't want to look at it.
It's going to be
anymore.
another organism when you come to see it.
Probably.
I've grown
I was
sentience.
eyeballing it the other day, and I was like, I should probably throw that. That's probably a
Wear some gloves.
biohazard.
It's like that gelatinous blob in that episode of Cowboy Bebop.
Oh my god, that was like one of the best episodes too.
I should put it in the water heater closet, so when we move out of the apartment,
Yeah, someone will find it.
what the hell is that?
What is this?
It smells like Bondo.
Why do you know that?
You don't want to know. But I saw you posted on Facebook about doing like a Tolly Batman.
Yeah.
That would be freaking awesome.
Can we tell him? Can we tell him?
Okay, so I was talking about doing Tally Batgirl,
Uh-huh.
and I was really excited about it. And I was like, well, if I do it, I need to have a shepherd to go with me. So we will probably do a Nightwing shepherd to go with Tally. I'm so excited. I don't even want to finish Steampunk Green Lantern.
Please do.
I will.
I want to be a Green Lantern. I want to be a Green Lantern.
I will.
So bad.
I'll finish it. But I just wanted to like jump into making all the Mass Effect things.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can imagine.
We got really excited about Mass Effect this weekend. At RTX, those are the people that love Mass
Those are
Effect.
my people.
Those are the people that like her people.
I took her to Wizard World, and people were like, "Oh, that's nice."
Well, you could tell.
I was like, 7 months for a year.
Yeah.
Basically.
Here's a participation trophy.
Exactly.
Throw it right back at 'em.
Yeah, that's what it felt like. And then I went to
Yeah.
RTX, and people were like, "Oh my god!" They like appreciate it, which is
Yeah.
as a
Makes more
cosplayer, as
sense,
someone
yeah.
that has spent so much time building a costume, you want to hear people appreciate your work. It's just like any artist.
Yeah.
You know, that's why Van Gogh cut his fucking ear off.
Yeah.
Because
Please,
nobody...
Joey, don't cut off your ear, all right?
No one appreciated his.
We
Commander
appreciate
Shepard.
you.
I don't know how
A
well
toe?
you'll be able to
Can we do a
cosplay
toe?
Pete glasses.
You don't really need all 10 of your toes.
I know, and it won't, like, I mean, I can still cosplay, and it won't scare people away.
What if you want to do a Hobbit cosplay? You're going to need those toes.
Damn it!
You're gonna want balance.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
you're trying to
Probably.
walk, "Whoa, I should have cut off those
Probably.
toes."
I love the reaction people get when they see Tally. Like it's one of the
It's really fulfilling. It's like,
yeah.
people appreciate what you do, and there's nothing,
Oh,
and there's not a greater feeling than
when they get
that.
up close and they're like, oh my god, you have the fingers, and like, oh my god, that's hand painted. Like they just get excited.
Oh, I guess Jay wanted me to read the comment up. I was wondering what he was pointing at. Luis asked, Kelly, would you ever think of doing a Heroes of cosplay in the future?
No.
No.
Oh, take that, Heroes of
Absolutely
Cosplay.
not. Because I don't like the way they run the show. I don't like the way they portray the people on the show, and I don't like what the show has done to some of the people on the show. And this is what Amanda and I were talking about when she was visiting.
Okay.
We both agree that there's no way we would ever do a Heroes of Cosplay, and we actually made a pact. If we become like some of the people that we know personally and that we know from the show, if we become like that, we will just push each other off that high horse, because it's not okay to treat people like shit, and it's
Yeah.
not okay to allow your production company to treat people like shit.
Well, yeah, they just.
I feel bad for the participants on Heroes of Cosplay
Especially
because of the way they're being portrayed.
Yeah.
And it's not fair, especially because of the backlash that they're getting.
But
But
that they
I don't
took that risk.
right, they did, and that's not something I want to do.
It's a risk.
I totally thought you were going to say, we'll push each other off a cliff. Like,
Well, I will push Amanda off
I
a
will
cliff.
push-
and
That's
she
pretty
will do the same.
hardcore pact.
I don't think we'd
Because
be married if it became like that. we wouldn't be married. That's for sure.
yeah.
We're like, oh no. I felt guilty because we had VIP passes for being on a panel, and so like there was a huge line for the warthog, And we were like,
oh my god, I felt so bad. Grace was like, go up to the front, you're VIP. I was like, no.
Grace was like pushing like Kelly.
She's like, do it.
Wanna,
She's like, I'm not standing in line with you. Do it.
Well, what's funny is, the Guardians were like, get out there. Like, one of the Guardians like grabbed them and like,
it was
threw
really
her forward.
embarrassing.
I
like,
know. I felt
so
awful. But then there's people behind us that were like, that was the weird girl.
Like, really?
Yeah, there was a few
God,
people like,
that's even more
I
embarrassing.
was in her presence.
she was like, oh my god, this photo is gonna be amazing. And some people were like trying to like reach around people just to get a photo.
Oh,
of that.
wow.
That's
So,
really embarrassing.
We met so many
They
people
risked
that
losing their spot in line.
yeah,
Wow.
they risked.
That's embarrassing.
Well, what's funny is we ran into people who.
So, Kelly, can I
knew.
get your autograph? That's really what this is going towards.
Oh my god, it was so weird.
Man, I just had a thought. Instead of giving autographs, can I give people stickers?
There you go.
Is that a thing people would like? Or would you be like, oh, fuck you?
Achievement unlocked. Like you met.
Oh!
Yes.
It's going to the printers.
Eh.
I
We
like
had
that.
there was a guy dressed as Caboose from Red vs. Blue, and his business card said, "Beep boop, congratulations, achievement unlocked. You just met Caboose."
Nice.
It was really cool.
-1.
So you're taking that idea.
That's his
Yeah,
number.
-1.
His number's -1.
okay.
It was Caboose and Donut cosplay.
Elbow grease.
Anyway,
Elbow fluid or whatever it was. It was something random on the show that
Hey.
like.
just stop.
Okay.
Just stop there. So yeah, Luis, to answer your question, no.
No.
Yeah, he
I
said
went
he's
to
only
this
seen it
house.
for about 15 minutes.
No.
That was all he could stand.
And he was like, "Shut up."
I just, oh my god, I have never really watched it myself because I was never interested because sci-fi has pissed me off.
He saw the
knowing-
commercial and he was like, "Fuck that."
Fuck.
They don't do Anna Mondays anymore.
I want no part of this
Right?
tomfoolery.
They don't do Anna Mondays. They don't have any sci-fi shows as far as I know.
It's all reality TV.
It's all reality bullshit. And guess what, guys? Reality TV sucks hardcore because it's not even reality. You want reality? I'll film myself 24/7.
That's not real life.
And it'll be boring as hell.
Phony.
My life is boring as hell. I'll film it for you, but you'll fall asleep. That's reality.
But they'll fall asleep watching it.
Yeah, at
Yeah.
least they'll know what real is.
Yeah, so like, I
I'm doing
feel
what
bad
Ace
for the
is
people who
doing.
participated for Heroes of Cosplay.
Me too.
But I also am kind of a dick, and I'm like, you asked for it because you joined a reality TV show.
Yeah,
you
that is
you knew what they were gonna do to you.
Yeah.
And then if I was a part of the show and they were basically shitting on other cosplayers that were part of the cosplay, contest in that, that city's cosplay, convention, I would have left.
Yeah.
I would have been like, you know what? You can find me.
Yeah.
I'm not doing it to these people. This
Right.
is bullshit, and I'm kind of upset that no one did. I don't want to hear. Well, I did say something. No, you get up and you leave.
Yeah.
Because that
you
is
make a scene about it.
that is a crappy way to treat
That's how
people,
they're
and I
portraying
don't want anyone to ever think that weird girls or anyone or even me or anyone that we're more important than them.
Yeah, I think that would have made such a huge statement if someone did just walk off the show. They were like, "I can't do this. This is bullshit."
Right. Well, and some of the people from the prior seasons didn't come back because
Oh, yeah, that's right.
of that and the way they were portrayed, and
It's not
just
good.
they
It's not good
didn't-
press.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It seems like maybe during filming everything was fine, and then in the editing room things kind of went awry.
Yeah.
Insert drama here is
Some
kind of what the
things,
producers were trying to
Yeah.
do.
Yeah, that's often how it goes. So I'm curious, do you have any panels coming up or any other cons that you're going to be a part of other than Wizard World?
No.
But other weird
I
girls
love
news.
your enthusiasm.
Not me. Jedi Amanda is going to San Diego Comic-Con, and
Okay.
she's going to Dragon Con. She has 8
nice.
costumes she's wearing at Dragon Con.
Wow.
She had 9, and she was like, I'm going to cut one out.
Because one has a giant puppet.
Yeah, she's cutting out her Daenerys Targaryen, which has the giant dragon. Well, when
He's
she
a big
made
guy.
him, she didn't think about making him to
Traveling.
where she can break him down and travel with
Gotcha.
him.
Or big cons, like with tons and tons of people.
Right,
It's not
and
gonna work.
he got pretty messed up in the last one. Just,
Ah.
I mean, it happens, wear and tear. So she's not going to take him, but she'll take Megara, and I think she premiered a Slave Leia, which I had no idea she was working on.
That was
And
news to me.
I was like, "Did you make this, and how? Tell me your secret."
Dark magic.
She didn't tell me. I was so upset.
I was upset with her too.
But yeah, so I think she'll be taking that one. And some of her princesses.
And
stuff,
Zombie's going to make an appearance at Dragon Con as well.
Yeah, Zombie will be at Dragon Con as well.
So if you guys want to meet some weird girls, Dragon Con's where it is.
If we didn't go to VidCon, I'd totally be going to Dragon Con.
Ditto. We didn't know Dragon Con was like the cosplay mecca.
Which is adds even more of a bitter taste in my mouth about VidCon. I'm just like, fucking VidCon.
That does kind of suck because Chris Rachel goes every year to Dragon Con. So.
That's one in Atlanta, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hot
Atlanta.
Yeah.
Hot Atlanta?
Yeah. It's really fucking hot.
Yeah,
hotter than here? Is it
it's
humid?
It's
like humid.
Yeah, I mean, it's comparable. I mean,
It's a swampy atmosphere.
Womp ass.
Well, what's funny is that the city itself is kind of designed weird, and like there's like really no water near it.
Then how is it humid?
Oh, the humidity comes off the coast.
Oh.
But
it's
like it's a really weird city.
Where is it on a map?
Right there by this mountain.
It's
south of Mordor.
It's through
Yeah,
no, it's in Mordor. It is Mordor.
It is Mordor.
It's Mount Doom.
What is Carrie saying over there?
Oh, he said he's 2 hours away from Dragon Con. However, he's going to hold us in suspense.
I thought he was going to school in El Paso.
El Paso. Oh, he says he's in El Paso. Oh, okay. So he is in El Paso now. El Paso. But, I totally... Dragon Con is, like, on my list. Okay, so RTX next year, Dragon Con next year. Like, we're going...
We're going to go to Dragon Con next year.
Yeah, we're definitely going to do that. It's going to be RTX.
For sure.
I want to meet the
RTX
mother of
Dragon
Con.
Con, Wizard World.
Wizard World, I think we might shorten Wizard World down. Or RTX. One of the two might get shortened down because, vacation days and money.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. It depends.
Well, I guess you're right because if you guys have a panel again at RTX.
Anyway, we'll talk about it later.
Would.
They best have a panel.
Yeah, but we're definitely going to Dragon Con because it feels like...
Are you all going to Cap City next week?
Probably not.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't know. We kind of made a big stink about like their flyers. So like, I kind of feel like I'm being hypocritical to go. So
yeah. we kind of made.
Yeah, Weird Girls made a decision collectively because we are the board.
One of us. One of us.
That we weren't going to go because of the ad.
Yeah.
I was just curious if you guys are going, like, what it's going to be like.
Oh yeah, we should send an informant.
Spy.
Yes. Because I mean, I really want to support a local con, but if they're going to be shitty.
That's the thing that bummed me out so much. It's like, finally, don't have to travel. It's right in Austin.
And then it's like,
Ross and Run.
And they even
And
have
it's run by the same guys that do Alamo City.
Is it really?
Well, not. It's like the same umbrella, but it wasn't not the same like people.
Okay.
Like, Apple wasn't the one that
that's
was
what I was gonna
organizing.
say,
I'm assuming Alamo City is in San Antonio.
Yeah.
How was that one?
That one
really
was fun. That's the one we
Yeah?
interviewed Nadia Sonica and Marie Doll and
Nicole Marie Jean.
Yeah.
And I should have
That's
interviewed
cool.
Spencer Doe because he was an awesome band.
Oh, Spencer Doe's so cool.
Yeah, he was a bro.
Is he a nice guy?
He's cool.
Bro?
Yeah, he was
Bro?
really cool. Yeah.
Like a dude, bro?
He'd pound it with you.
Like, we're cool.
Yeah.
We're cool.
Yeah.
That sounded so wrong.
That's what Nicole Marie Jean
Stuff comes out of my head. I think
No,
about it later.
oh my god, what was it?
Reformulate.
On Tumblr, there was a post, and it was Uranus takes a pounding almost daily.
Some headline writer.
It was this headline writer has been waiting their entire
I
career for this.
You're just like, I can die right now, and that was like
No, they
satisfied
were typing it out,
completely.
but she's like, gold, gold.
That's one of my favorite headlines I've ever seen, but there's another one that's one of my favorites, and it's government head seeks arms.
That's not as good as
not as
Uranus
good.
takes a pounding.
It's not as good, but that one always tickled me because it's like, did they know about this?
Is Carrie going to Dragon Con next year? Is that what we were saying? Or this year?
Do we know?
Probably next year. He says he's in El Paso, so
El
he's going to
Paso.
go. But he was asking about PAX South in Texas, and I think they're going to get in what, Kyle or Buda? No, it was in San Antonio,
San
right?
Antonio.
I think so.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
gonna go all the way there.
I'm disappointed.
I don't know. I thought about it and I was like looking into it a little bit, but I don't know how I feel at PAX South, and I don't know if I have the vacation.
And then like San Antonio, I'm just like, okay, PAX is tech, right? It's a technology thing. I'm not being
It's
crazy.
gaming Penny
Yeah, it's like
Arcade
gaming
Expo.
Arcade
Yeah.
Expo.
Okay, well, we're called the Silicon Hills. We have a lot of major game companies here. You choose San Antonio?
I think they were scared of RTX. They're like, yeah, I don't know.
They're so far apart
Those
from each
rooster
other.
teeth.
But
I know.
the thing with San Antonio, it's more spacious and welcoming town. That's the only thing I can think of, honestly.
Did you just call San Antonio welcoming town?
I don't know.
That. We went. Everything was so easy to find. The roads, my God. I could sleep on those roads and not get run over. There's so much fucking space on them. Their traffic system is immaculate.
Well, now it is.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Austin's like decades away from that.
Yeah. Well, San Antonio went through like a crap ton of construction in order to get to where they are. So we need to fix that.
Well, we need to go to whoever was in charge of their roads. Be like, yeah, we're gonna hire you guys so you can make our roads.
It has to be the willingness of destroying businesses and people's homes because that's the only way you're gonna change those roads.
Yeah.
How about not making a tollway on Mopac?
Well, yeah, that's exactly where I was going.
The dumbest thing I've ever said is like, oh, so you're gonna help out the few rich people who can afford that?
The most dumbest
toll?
thing was SH-130. It's like no one's gonna take that, or
it's
Highway
not
45.
worth it.
Yeah.
Because I know, a scenic route that will take about just about the same time, and I don't have to sit in traffic, and I don't have to pay money for it, and I get to see some cool hills, see some rivers,
heels,
some heels.
I get to see the heels, man.
The heels,
man.
I love those
It's
heels.
super fun.
Talking about San Antonio makes me want some palatas.
I don't know, like
what's a palata?
It's a ice cream. It's like a popsicle.
yeah.
It's like the best fucking popsicle I've
They
ever
don't
had
have
in
it
my life.
Paletas.
Paletas.
Yeah, you can get them some here at the Mexican stores.
Can you?
Yeah.
But are they like the ones in San Antonio?
Yeah, because they all come from Piedras.
Yeah.
Piedras Negras and Laredo.
I can't make my R's do that.
My family's from the border towns.
I can't do the
I can't either. Don't feel bad. I'm Hispanic and I can't even do it.
That's why I took French.
I have to breathe in deep and then like.
Mine sounds more like a purr. Just
That's really sexy.
Mine almost sounds like a Furby. He's like.
Every time I roll my R's, I feel like the cat from Five Goes West.
It was awesome. Blood Snow 7 says, E3, anyone?
Nah.
Nope.
Yeah.
Blood Ocean, you're hilarious. You have
I
the
am
best
so
sense of humor.
not amused by E3.
Not amused at
It's
all.
okay. I don't watch it. I just listen to all the aftermath. I'm like,
I don't
this
even
is a cool
listen to
game.
that.
Yeah, like
I hate
listening
even
to
reading
the
about
highlights is nice and all
Yeah.
the
It's
drama, but
it's all candy. It's
Oh,
there's
yeah,
no
yeah.
there's no substance. There's no growth. It's just it's
And
fan
nobody
circle jerking.
cosplays
It's
there.
just
But
the
they've known that
worst.
for years, and they still have the ignorance of like, oh, no Last Guardian, no Final Fantasy 15.
I'm gonna make my own.
When are they canceled? Let's make some fake.
Call
news
of
that they're
Duty
canceled and see what really
235.
happens.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Same maps, different skins.
Now
Blue
we got,
Ops.
it's like last year we brought you a dog. Now we're bringing you a cat.
Yes.
Yeah.
Can I pet the cat? No.
No, that's
No.
not
What
until
is the point?
That's not until the next version.
But we
That's
have
for the
ghost
DLC.
dogs.
$20 DLC to pet the kid again.
Here's a season pass. We have this planned out, but they're all just maps. So screw you.
With different skins.
It's like all the maps are just different seasons. It's the
Oh, I
same
get-
exact map.
I really hate it when like you see a game and you're like, oh, that looks like a really good game, and then like you hear a DLC and you're just like, why isn't that already the game? Like,
Yeah.
it is like so crucial to the game already.
That was just one level.
Sometimes it's hard to kind of judge those because if you think like what's that game that Bobby liked? The double takedown game.
Oh, Deus Ex.
Deus Ex.
Yeah.
Upper
You mean-
Hangshaw.
Yeah.
You know, it's like they completed the game and then they kept working on Upper Hangshaw, and I think they released it as free DLC anyways.
I think it was free.
They were like,
Ooh,
we
free
can't
DLC is
we
okay.
can't fit the game on there, and we're
Yeah.
not quite
That's
done.
cool. I
So
don't.
we're gonna
Yeah.
keep working on this, and then we're just gonna load it out, and it's gonna be like part of like
Yeah, it was pretty
when
much
you
That's
download
really
to, the, to
cool.
the hard drive.
It was pretty much a city that you can go to in the game, and they didn't have time to do the upper level of that city. So after the game's over, they're like, all right, here's DLC, here's more missions where you can actually explore that upper tier.
That's really cool.
yeah.
So it's pretty cool. I don't know. I think DLC works sometimes. Like, to me, if it's
agree.
like, okay, like with Last
It's
of Us,
viable,
they put some DLC out so you can play as Ellie. And it's like, okay, you already completed the game, you had a great experience, now it's like, okay, well, here's a prequel. And it's like, I think it's okay as long as it's like the game is complete without it. And
Yes.
it's just like, and when it's just extra, I think it's all right. But when it's like, oh, here's 3 characters, and you have to buy
Yeah.
the DLC, Capcom,
The
you know,
characters
and it's
thing really
frustrating.
bothers me because it's like, why wasn't that already there?
Yeah.
And then you find out the characters are just like skins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like they're the same moves and the same skins as someone else. That's even more
Well,
infuriating.
like with-
Horse armor.
Yeah.
Sometimes
Borderlands with Gage. She was DLC, wasn't she?
Yeah,
I thought
the
she was.
Necromancer.
I love Gage.
But she was so unique and so different.
And it was completely different voice acting.
Yeah.
It was so
own
well
animations,
done.
own art. And like Borderlands, they actually said they were halfway through the game. And then someone was like, what about this kind of character? And I was like, son of a bitch!
Did you have things you actually wanted to talk about?
There was really only one topic.
They actually had
about.
completed her like the month before the game came out.
But it already went. If you know anything,
people rose a stink and they were like, well, the games are in a fucking factory already, ready to ship out.
Yeah.
You know, that kind of thing. They didn't say what I said. But
you have to realize that
manufacturing
takes a while. So
it's like 3 or 4 month process.
But when you're halfway through a game, there's a thing called what is it? What's the best thing to call it?
Soliloquy.
Soliloquy.
Parallelogram.
Feature creep.
Feature
creep. It's called feature creep, and like basically, you got these great ideas, and like you start making them, and then you keep adding things onto it. You'll never get it done. So they have to cut something, and it's hard and it's painful. But like, as long as
What are you giggling at?
Oh, the chat. Talking about DLC, Blood Show 7 Cities. We're waiting for the Mercedes-Benz in Mario Kart 8.
I love those.
And Carrie says
advertising.
Carrie says season pass is from the devil.
Well, I guess it
depends on the
depends.
developer. To me, the developer is really important. Like Gearbox with Borderlands.
Yeah.
I bought the season pass because I knew
pass
their
is worth
content
it.
was going to be good. And I knew their content wasn't like, it was planned out.
Yeah.
But I know it wasn't meant to be part of the game ever because it's usually like a special like little
because they were
area.
working, the game came out like in like August.
Yeah.
And they were releasing stuff as far back as last year, like in June or July.
But the season pass for like Assassin's Creed.
Oh, screw that.
Call of
You want some
Duty.
boat skins?
Right.
You want some skins for your boats? You want a map?
You got a gold blade you can only see for 3 seconds.
Yeah.
The coolest gun, though.
You want a female character? Oh, we can't do that one.
No, it was on
It's too
DLC.
hard
You could just...
to program for a female
It wasn't
character.
the Final Fantasy. Oh, God.
Oh.
You know what I find upsetting about that? I don't think she's part of the project anymore, but Jade Raymond was the person that like started Assassin's Creed.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like such an integral part of that whole franchise's success. And then I don't think they booted her off. I don't know if she's actually a part of it.
She left probably because it's just kind of...
Yeah, I haven't kept up with her in
the thing that's so ridiculous about their argument, besides the entire argument not even having any basis in reality.
Nah, dude, tits are hard.
You know,
Oh,
if you try to do the, have you seen the?
Right
it's like a video for Rise, Son of Rome or something like that, and they have like the most unrealistic like boob physics.
Yes. Oh, is that the one where it's like,
where they look like
jelly
jello?
boobs?
Yeah,
Like she's just standing there and they're like,
so like it's like if I
They're going left and right.
they're like
at the same
Slimer
time.
eating hot
I
dogs.
kind of want someone to do a real life video and be like, "This is how game boobs work," and it's like,
this is how real boobs work. Yeah,
"This is how real boobs are."
Because I feel like the only excuse is if their game developers really think those are real boob physics. Then it's like, okay, I understand, because that would take a lot of programming to program that in. But no, in all seriousness though, the thing that makes it the biggest load of BS is, okay, on the handheld system they have a female protagonist, so they obviously know how to do it. Like, they can't even try and pretend like, oh, we can't do it. You have already done it.
Fun fact: that female assassin, she has a lot of similar moves to Connor. She moves very similarly to Connor. They actually use a lot of...
Is she reskinned?
No.
They're both
They use a lot of the same animations. Like, they took the frame down. Like, I don't know if you guys know how they make stuff, but they kind of do, like, a stick figure at first. And then they add, like, extra graphics around that.
And then
they kind of took that down, and they use a lot of the same animations. She has more in common with Connor than Kinway did with the next Assassin's Creed.
And he's
so
happy.
So you're telling me you can't do it is bullshit.
Yeah, they could have at least came up with a better excuse, like
saying, "Oh dear, well, you know,
we didn't think about it." Is a better thing than like
thinking about it is. I don't know, even that's kind of bad, but like,
but it's better than we can't do it.
At least
we
it's
don't want
honest.
to.
Like, they can be like, "Oh, we didn't realize we had such demand for that. We'll put it in DLC or something." You know?
No,
right.
yeah. If I got the biggest baskets they did, and if you don't want to be EA, Ubisoft, you're working towards it. You're working hard. If you don't want to be the worst gaming company ever, then you need to sit down and say, you know what? We made 4 generic white males. Let's change that up a bit. How about you add a Spanish person at the very least? Like, we're in the French Revolution. I'm pretty sure the Spanish people were over there. I'm pretty sure women were fighting in the Revolution because I know for a fact they were.
I would love to see a guy from Africa just cutting a bunch of white dudes up.
That's what I liked about Freedom Cry. The DLC.
Assassin's Creed Django.
Dude! Seriously.
Yes. But
with all the think of like Far Cry 3, the Blood Dragon DLC.
Yeah.
Nothing to do with the game.
Nothing.
Oh, yeah.
Or even what was the Red Dead Redemption.
Yeah,
the Undead
one.
Nightmare. Yeah,
Those
nothing
are
to do with
fun.
the actual game, but they're fun.
But you know for a fact that wasn't part of the game. That was just like, here's an extra thing if you want to continue playing the game.
Yeah.
Right.
Like Fallout 3. Fallout 3 added a lot of like cool things like weren't necessarily important to the game, but were really fun to go. Like you went to Alaska, you went down to, I think you went to Pittsburgh. That was the scariest damn place ever. What?
Blood Ocean just said Joan of Arc, anyone?
That'd be awesome.
Oh my god, Ace's face. Oh my god, he's having a nerdgasm right now.
Nerdgasm! Get the
With Mila
defibrillator!
Jovovich reprising her role.
Who?
Mila Jovovich.
Yes. Oh, best
Voice
Joan of
acting.
Arc ever.
I don't
And
know.
Multipass.
Multipass.
Joan of Arc Dallas multipass.
There's one thing I want to say about the Assassin's Creed thing. Like, and, you know, they always also try to say, like, well, we have to use only white males because of the historical context.
What?
And the Mary Sue, before they were garbage, they were like, nah. Because actually, historically, the most popular assassin during that time period was a woman, so drop mic.
What?
Drop mic.
What?
Well, also,
oh crap, I broke it.
during the Revolution, there were a very strong group of women that were, they were fish market women.
I thought you were just saying they were fish.
They are fish. And
Merman.
they were the
Fish.
most aggressive and most dangerous, like, mob, basically.
Dude, women have been fighting in wars since the dawn of
Forever.
time, dressing as men,
Just
fighting
to fight,
better
to
than
kick some
men.
ass.
Yeah.
Yeah, just to kick some ass.
Just to kick some ass.
Just kick some ass.
Brienne of Tarth, anyone?
I'm
Who
just
killed
saying.
the Dark Lord in Lord of the Rings?
I was like,
Exactly. Where are we going with this?
Because I forgot his
Witch King?
freaking name.
The Witch King. You're talking about the Witch King.
No, in yeah, the Witch King.
Killed the
Dark
Witch
Lord.
King.
Yeah.
Because Sauron's technically the
He
Dark
who
Lord.
shall not be named.
the Witch King himself. Yeah, she's like, well, no
Oh, wait,
man
Witch
can kill
King?
me. She pulls off her helmet.
I know,
The Witch King.
The
King
Witch
or
King.
Witch King?
Witch King.
Mulan,
The
Assassin's
Witch
Creed.
King.
That'd be
Man,
interesting.
Mulan in Assassin's Creed, so cool. I
Oh,
ship her so hard.
There
with
was a
Aurora.
hint in, I think, one of the Italian dude, Ezio.
Ezio.
Ezio's
Solidarity.
there was a statue of a lady with a spear, and she was an assassin.
Ah.
And so there was kind of like.
But they never built on that.
No, they never. They nudge wink it. They keep nudge winking it, and they don't go over there.
Then they only
So-
animate
Swear.
them
White
to
dudes.
dance around you as
Yeah.
you're throwing change in the air to distract.
Ubisoft, you disappoint me. It sucks because they make such good games. It's just like, can't
They
you
can.
also be cool?
Well, you know what's weird in
You
like
also,
Watch Dogs.
I mean, I can pet a dog in your game.
Yeah, no, right.
Why can't I be a lady and pet a dog in your game?
It's like it's this.
You know what? You can take away petting dogs if I can be a lady.
I just don't understand it. Like if you
Petting
look,
a dog has got to be harder than making a lady character.
It
It's like
is.
you're going out of your way
to like
to have your
personally-
character pet. Like, oh,
Yeah.
hey,
I
pet,
really
pet.
don't understand why it's not more open. Like I just don't get it. It blows my mind. But they're just like, nah, bro.
I know. Douchebags.
I don't like
Not
money.
thinking.
I don't like women.
The thing I
Like,
thought
that's
that
what
was
they're
really
telling me.
interesting was like, you know, they announced that obviously at E3, and that was the same time when they announced 2 more Tomb Raider games.
Yeah.
It's like, so obviously people enjoy having female protagonists, you know.
I love the new Tomb Raider.
I
Have you
lo-
played it?
Love,
Yeah,
love, love.
it's great.
Damn it, Sam.
I
We
just
still
love
haven't
shooting people with
finished it
arrows.
yet. We were doing Let's Plays of it. We have like 11 parts, I think, online.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah, we have a
They're
ways
not
to
very
go.
popular, but
we have 11.
it gets
views.
funnier like by like part
Where can
5
I
or
find
6.
them?
You can find them on PTWOR 512 on YouTube.
Yeah,
That's our YouTube.
or you can just type in punching the walls around.
Yeah, it should be the first one that comes up.
Sounds
since-
easier.
yeah.
I'm glad.
Yeah,
like
punching
I'm,
walls
I'm,
really
I'm
on
wondering.
YouTube.
Do you guys know what the autocomplete for that when you turn it in punching is?
No.
What?
But I
I'm just
can
wondering what the
imagine.
autocomplete for
Donkey
punching
punch?
is. Yeah, punching donkeys. Oh no.
Punching dudes. Find out.
Yeah.
Punching gonads.
Punch-
Punching bag.
Punching
Nuts.
in a dream.
We're gonna say it's
Punching.
punching.
I'm gonna go to YouTube.
Punching in a dream. Punching in a dream.
Punching
the
nuts
young and
better be
famous.
it, or I am so disappointed.
Punching
in you.
bag
We're just gonna
workout.
change it to punching nuts.
Punching people before they
Punching
in
eat.
a dream.
Punching sound effects. I like that
Even
one.
Punching people before they eat.
Even punching N is still punching noise, punching sound effect, punching nuts is the third one.
Punching machine.
Okay.
Punching Naomi in the abs. IGN plays Minecraft episode 40. That's like the most specific freaking
Punching nails.
correct.
Punching nuns.
Punching nuns.
Punching needle. That would hurt.
Punching nuns.
Happy Will's
Put in
happy
punching
NPC.
the, and all I get is punching the clown. Punching
Wow,
the
even
wall.
even if you type in punching the wall, like you don't get
They're like,
anything.
nah,
They're just
bruh.
they're like figure it out. Wow, they don't YouTube. You do not love us.
No.
And it's just a punching the walls of realty.
But that like
We sell your houses.
And punch them.
yeah, right. We have to make sure we have a strong foundation with a mighty blow delivered from our hand.
I think that's what Hulk would advertise. Punching the walls of realty.
Yeah,
It's Hulk proof.
He's dressed in a business suit.
it's like hulked out of it. It's like
Hulk
all
need
ripped up.
money.
No, he goes to the big and tall store and gets fitted and
Big and
tailored.
Tall. He's gonna love the
to
way
it.
He's also sponsored Big and Tall Store.
I guarantee it.
Yeah, or I will smash. There's this awesome panel where it's like the Hulk, where it's like all Hulk do is smash day and night. Hulk want to do something different than smash.
Oh.
It's so sad. It's like he wants to play ping pong or something.
Hulk read.
Well, I'm pretty sure Spider-Man would be up to doing something different than smashing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he gets like a little bit. What I love about like the Spider-Man Hulk relationship is that Spider-Man usually destroys New York pretty badly because
yeah.
he's not like the greatest at like protecting everything at once.
You can only do
And like so
much.
Hulk gets excited when Peter Parker shows up because he likes Bugman smash. And he's like, God damn it! Don't point that up. Come on, I'm trying to stop that.
It's a condition, all right. Punching through the walls. They were just lazy. All right. So I only have one topic I want to get to. We have a bunch,
Yeah.
but we can save them for next week. It was really a slow news week anyway.
Okay.
But I don't know. I read this and I was like, all right, this has got to go on there. So I won't spoil what it is, so you can try and imagine, if you will, as I read the article. It says, the police force of Salina, Kansas scrambled into action June 29th when a man armed with a weapon, decked out in armor, was seen walking down South 7th Street. A local business owner and a veteran saw the man wearing a full white body armor and believed he may have a deadly weapon in his hand, so they called the police. Thanks to the timely intervention, Selena was spared the invasion by the Galactic Empire. The man was wearing a stormtrooper costume and wielding a plastic blaster rifle.
What an idiot!
How do you not recognize a stormtrooper?
Yeah, even that guy, he was like, how? Like, it's been around for like 40 years. My favorite part is the guy is a local Jimmy Johnson player, Christopher Burns, who makes videos as Stormtrooper Sam.
Wait, that's
the guy who was in the costume.
oh, not the guy that called. I was
Yeah.
like, you know what a stormtrooper is, though,
Dude, I would totally deliver Jimmy John's in a Stormtrooper outfit.
dude.
I pay extra.
You do not know the power of the Jimmy
Imagine
Johns.
all the tips that he would get.
Oh,
Would you
yeah,
do it on
definitely.
a bicycle in 98-degree weather?
Yes.
Wow.
May the
They
force be
actually
with
have
you.
fans
Yes.
usually.
Well,
Good.
you have stumped me, sir.
Dude, every May 4th, he has to do it. Like,
Exactly.
I would call them up and request specifically, like,
Well-
if you guys don't send this guy.
That's so weird
I'll blow
because
your planet up.
the 501st they go around all the time in their costume like to charity work.
Yeah.
And
But
it's never
imagine-
happened to them.
Well, this
Okay.
is Kansas.
This
and it
guy-
is
I'm
Salina,
from
Kansas.
Kansas, and a lot of people know what Star Wars is.
But are you from Salina, Kansas?
I'm from Wichita, Kansas.
Oh, okay.
I've met Salinas. They are kind of retarded. So
I rest my case.
they're kind of out there. They keep getting wiped out by tornadoes, so I think it just wipes their memory on top of it.
So-
It's really the mind wipe.
This guy looks like a total idiot to the whole world of just like, he's
Bum,
got
bum,
some
bum.
armor
Japan
and
knows.
a gun.
Yeah, can you imagine? We were being invaded.
Martians are coming.
Bro, right.
the government's
There's
taking
a
my
space
guns.
invasion. They
I'm
don't
pretty
talk like
sure
that,
if,
but yeah.
Like, if someone was really out there, like military police style, they wouldn't be in all white in the middle of
Yeah.
yellow. Like Kansas is like yellow because like, all the
Oh,
grass
see.
is like dead. So like it doesn't work. Camouflage wise.
The best thing that about this is also they mentioned that Kansas is an open carry state. So the dude actually could have been legally walking around with a rifle anyway. And they call the cops on the stormtrooper with a plastic rifle.
Cool.
So
I wonder, like, the police come around and he's like, "I'm not the stormtrooper you're looking for."
I hope so bad that he did.
I'm not the armed gunman you're looking for, obviously, because I'm not armed. This is a plaster.
What happened?
I'm guessing they probably just saw him and they're like, "Dude, can we take a picture?" But it didn't say. I mean, obviously he wasn't breaking any laws, so they probably just went and got.
They were like, "The guy's in
the parking lot while eating donuts
In Walmart parking lot.
yeah, that's where all the fun happens. But yeah, it was just funny. His response was just like, "Yeah, Star Wars is." I almost said Star Trek. Oh, that would have been a party foul. Star Wars is such an iconic image. I was a bit surprised that someone would see a stormtrooper in fear when it's been around since the 70s. So there you go.
Yeah, it's so ubiquitous in our culture. It's
like the most iconic.
Yeah,
I know, like
thing.
straight up like. Dude, bro, jocks.
Yeah, dude.
Recognize Star Wars. They'd be like, it's a Born Blopper.
Well, they can even say like, "Oh, it's Star Trek." That's cool. You recognize sort of what it's from.
You're somewhat close to it.
Yeah, you got the star.
Right, you're halfway there.
Yeah.
I have to.
They call the cops on him.
Right.
I have to bring up Danky Kang.
Oh, Danky Kang. Have you seen it?
Have you seen that post?
It's a photoshopped
No.
picture. But
What is the Legend of
Please show me.
Zorro?
The Legend of Zordo.
So it's Photoshop. It's fake.
It's fake.
But it was like Jeopardy, and the question was.
Okay. I think
Like what's like
Yeah.
blue, fast, and collects rings. or
Yeah,
something like
that's
that.
right.
And the girl answered Danky Kang.
And her face is just like, oh.
Who is Danky Kang?
Danky Kang. And what I love is like everyone like chimed in with like offbeat names. It
That's
was a great
hilarious.
time. Oh, Danky Kang. It still gets you. I
Cora
laugh.
Loft Womb Raider.
Cora Loft
Raider.
the Womb Trader.
Trader, that's what
She
it
wasn't
was.
even like Raider. And
Coffee
I
trader.
spent forever trying to think of Assassin's
Trade your
Creed.
womb.
I tried to thought of like Assassin's Creed. It
Tradesies!
took me like 10,
trade
15
backs.
minutes. I'm like, Assassin's Creed. I gotta do something. Assassin's Creed. Assman's Greed.
You're so proud of that.
I am. That was a hard one. And then Chronic the Bed Hog was my second runner up.
Chronic the Bed Hog?
I don't
Yeah.
think I'd want Sonic in my bed. I think I would get stabbed by all those needles. That would not be
Well,
a good time.
that and like I'm pretty sure he never shuts the F up.
Oh
F-log.
yeah. I mean, I wouldn't mind hooking him to like a battery to power the entire
Hedgehogs?
city, but
Hedgehogs are hedgehogs.
Hedgehogs?
Hedgehogs.
Hedgehogs. Hedgehogs are nocturnal.
Hawks.
That sucks.
yeah, especially when you're trying to get some sleep.
Yeah, not tonight though, because we're doing a podcast.
yeah. Everyone that's listening and sleeping. It's like, no, wake up, damn it!
I wish we had a voice like Cecil from
Night Vale.
The Night Vale. He has a wonderful voice. I fall asleep to that man's voice.
Oh yeah.
Do not
It's-
look at the hooded figures
Don't
on
look
the
at the
park.
hooded figures. I'm like, oh, thank you, Cecil.
I wanted to mention. I remember this was a while back, but
Obviously not Night Vale fan.
no,
I know, I know what it is, but I haven't.
I don't.
I haven't actively listened.
It's a podcast. It's a scripted podcast.
Oh, okay. Just like this one.
a
About
show.
a town called Night Vale, and like weird shit happens.
Hmm.
And it's pretty good. The guy that does it has a very soothing voice.
It's very soothing.
It's like
It's
a
kind of
mix
like
of SCP and Necronomicon type stuff, right?
like kind of called Cthulhu science fiction mixing.
Yeah.
It's like a news broadcast. So he's like talking about this like really crazy town, and,
Huh.
like, but it's like normal to him.
It's normal
Yeah.
stuff.
And he kind of reports. I would kind of say like 1915 style, 1950s style. Like
the
they kind of very
lights above the Arby's.
yeah, like it's very like well pronounced and like
Nice.
hits things.
It's done like a newscast.
Oh.
It's
Okay.
really cool. You guys, anyone should check it out because it's really cool, and that man's voice is so soothing. It's not funny.
So it's Night Vale.
Welcome to Night Vale.
Welcome to Night Vale.
to Night.
Yeah, PBS Idea Channel did a segment on them. That's how I found out about them. It's actually really
Tom
interesting.
Tumblr got me there.
Tumblr.
I was like, what is this
Tumblr.
glow cloud? And I must find more about this glow cloud that rains animals.
The glow cloud is above the Arby's,
Arby's.
raining raccoons.
We're not impressed.
You're in? You're
Yeah.
in? Yeah.
They weren't impressed. They're like, is that all you got, Glow Cloud?
No, that sounds fantastic.
Anyway, sorry, what were you trying to say from the last time? It was a while ago.
Oh, no. I was going to say I was looking on the Weird Girls channel, and there was, I think it was I can't remember the name of it. It's the medieval version of Mass Effect, Dragon Age.
Yeah.
And didn't they have like a contest where you could like read to be like a character?
Sure did.
And I was watching those videos, like
Awful,
I saw it like 3 days I think after the contest was over, and I was like, no, this is my dream. But it was so much fun to watch you guys.
Thanks.
But I don't know, was it like supposed to be a dialogue or just like a monologue or just however you wanted to do it? And who do I have to call to yell at because they didn't pick you?
Thanks. It was god awful.
Find the office number for BioWare Austin and be like, I know where you guys are.
Yeah, I know, right?
And then get banned permanently. You probably should do that.
Phone call or two.
They had test scripts, and one you could be a villager, and one you could be the Inquisitor, I think.
Oh, okay, that's what it was.
And we got there, and Mark was like, just read it. And I was like,
I wish you guys would have got the script beforehand.
can you read the lines back to me? And he was like, oh, just read it. I don't remember what we ended up doing.
Kelly much
didn't
prepared
read
on
it.
that one.
So
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was still enjoyable. I mean,
Thanks.
it didn't come across as, here, read this. Like, it felt like you actually, had read it ahead of time. And I don't know.
I read it
was
maybe 10 times before.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe.
Well, it was good. I don't know. But I hope they do more contests like that, because, I don't know.
It was fun.
There's gonna be.
It looks like it was fun.
There's more content that kind of is not their normal content. All of them that's coming out soon.
I was hoping that Grace would get it because she really loves Dragon Age.
Yeah, that's kind of disappointing. But
The dragon's Khaleesi.
maybe we get Weird Girls powerful enough. We can do that. We can make waves in the gaming world. Kelly's like, whatever.
Well, speaking of that, like, what would be your ambition for, like, if Weird Girls got to exactly where you want it to be, like, where would you want it to be?
To where I can quit my day job and make videos and costumes all day.
Nice.
Yeah.
And help people make videos. I mean, make costumes all day.
That's simply the
Yeah.
dream. That's the dream
That's
we all
what the
live.
videos would be about.
Yeah,
That's
I know.
essentially what my videos would be, basically.
Yeah, but I mean, it's a pretty cool thing to get someone saying, I'm going to do tally now because you inspired me.
Yeah.
Because if you can tally, then we can tally.
That's basically what I told a girl. I was like, if
I
I could
could
do
tell
tally.
Well, she's like, I don't have any experience. And
I was like,
Kelly
girlfriend.
I tried. That was my first big one. That's all I did.
First time doing pep. First time making my own pattern.
Hand
First
painting.
time. No, what else was it? There was something else. Armor building.
Yeah.
Which is like the whole fucking suit. All of it. I was just like, I don't know what I'm doing.
Just floating your arms. Come on, work.
Yeah, I was just Kermit the Frog the whole time.
I was like Swedish Chef over there.
Somehow just
Bean
comes down
beaker.
perfectly.
The next morning,
Well-
I'm almost done.
yeah. It's like you take
I
it out of the
just have to
oven like
rebuy
those
all the
cooking
materials.
shows.
Oh my god.
That would have been the most infuriating thing ever if someone like was like, I'm doing tally and like I'm having all these issues and then it's goodbye.
You should totally make like a mock video of those cooking shows and just like do a video where your costume's already done and then start off with like something that's really grueling and then time wipe and then it's done.
But like if I'm just imagining like pulling it out of the oven, someone's gonna be like, "You can't put fabric in the oven." Do not have a sense of humor.
Yeah.
Where's your humor?
Don't you know you have to preheat the oven first?
Right.
You know,
Your
gotta
oven's
preheat your
not
face
even
first.
on.
Oh, what's not even on?
Keep watching for another 20
There's
seconds.
muffins behind those. Can I have one of those muffins? No.
Are those
No.
real muffins?
Yeah.
No, that doesn't even make sense. How would I get them to you and they'd be stale by the time they get there? Come on, think about this.
But you make such great muffins. Just literally just put like a muffin in like one of those little FedEx things and overnight it.
I think there's
Squish by
laws
the time it
against
gets
that.
back there.
There might be. I'm not sure.
No, it's just biohazard.
Yeah.
Hazards.
You can't ship blood or semen.
There go.
That's so disappointing. So disappointing.
I guess I should recall both of those packages. Some surrogate mother's gonna be very upset.
Well, now I'm glad.
surrogate.
Now I'm glad I
That's
did not
fan.
put my name, Return Cinder, on that one.
Same thing.
I just imagine you don't even put it in a bag. They just open the thing. They're just like thinking there's like something inside. Like what
It's all wet on the outside.
That's the worst thing ever.
I want to do that to like
sticky?
anytime. Like I want like the home address of like anyone who makes a negative comment. Like I got something for you, and just write like free T-shirt on the front. This isn't a T-shirt at all. This isn't even fabric.
This is real blood that says free T-shirt.
There's a local radio station. It's 101X. Do y'all listen
Oh
to it?
yeah.
No.
Someone sent Deb pubes.
Oh.
With a letter? Like, hey, I really like you. You're awesome.
These pubes represent my love
With
for you.
pubes, right.
We're sending this to APD for a DNA test. And
Yes,
you're
I
going
love
to jail.
Jason with pubes.
You're Pubesley.
Wow.
To me, Jason and Deb are like the best part. Well, the only part that I really love about 101X.
Yeah, me too. It's the only time I listen to it.
It's like other than that, all it is Red Hot Chili Peppers and Foo Fighters. Both bands.
Nirvana.
What's that?
Nirvana.
Oh yeah, Nirvana.
too
Oh,
much.
and Beastie Boys. Yeah, it's like just
Beastie
those
Boys.
4 bands in a loop. And I don't even dislike any of them.
Yeah, but you listen
But-
to
But
so
on
much.
repeat?
Yeah, but to listen to that again.
And Stone
again.
Temple Pilots.
Oh yeah.
Oh, well, then they get onto the new songs, but all the new songs.
Phoenix. Kings of Leon.
Oh yeah, Lord.
Oh, I'm so tired of
On
her.
repeat.
I'm gonna puke.
Do that part.
I'm trying to remember.
Oh my god, oh my
Everyone's
god.
competing.
And everyone's competing. I won't lie, I love that part because it just comes out of nowhere and it's so bad.
Dude, no lie, like Friday, I was walking through a unit, and all of a sudden, it was early in the morning. I was doing cleanup. I mean, all of a sudden, I just like was walking by like 5 or 6 cell, and then I just in my head, everyone's competing. It was like a faint smile, big grin, and then an inmate was just like, "What the fuck you smiling about?"
Face.
I got great family. That's
And
all.
you know.
Just start singing to him.
We're on each other's team.
I'm so sick and tired of being told to put my hands up in the air.
So there.
hate that part.
Me too. Every time I can hear it coming, I'm like, no!
I just sit there. I'm like, so there, like that's that.
It just seems like really pouty. So there. I mean, I'm still gonna do it, but
What, did a
I just want to let you
17-year-old
know
write
that
this?
I'm tired
I'm
of
not
it.
happy about it.
Yeah. I'm very cross indeed at having to be told to put my hands in the air.
OMG. Look who just joined.
We're
us.
joined by my good buddy Melanie.
Hi, Melanie. How are you doing?
The best burger maker ever.
Oh, her burger's excellent.
They were delicious.
Is she the one that made the sliders?
What did she make for the baking party?
Was it the sliders?
What
It
the?
might have been the sliders.
Oh, I don't know if she made it that bacon party. Well, we had another bacon
I know it had
party
bacon in
this past
it.
Thursday. We had
Oh
a
my
little pool
God.
party.
You're such a smart ass.
It comes from cows.
That's all
She
I
made
know.
delicious burgers.
My bacon comes from cows. I don't know about
Yeah, oddly
your
enough,
bacon.
that was like the one food that didn't have bacon, but they were still tasty.
What, the burgers?
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, they're twice the size than what Jet normally eats, and
Uh-huh.
he ate the whole damn thing.
wow.
So
Just Pac-Man it down. Just
that to me means they're delicious. They're delicious.
So what's the fruit?
The what?
If you Pac-Man it down.
It's apple juice.
I'm really sorry.
I was totally lost. For some reason, I thought you were looking at the chat too. I was just like, I see
need to-
something. They were unfortunately sans bacon. I'm like, bacon's not a fruit, or is it?
I apologize.
Well,
The
you
fruit
thought it
of the
was
meat
beef.
world.
I was actually playing Pac-Man like on arcade. Like I went to Dave and Buster's and they have like this 4-on, like I guess not 4-on-4, but 1-on-1 on 1-on-1, and everyone's competing. Everyone's competing.
I hate you so much right now because when I leave through that door, that's gonna be stuck in my head.
Turned out for what?
Turn out for butts. Turn out for butts.
Turn down for what?
You need to get that queued up so they can. Have you guys heard it? The Hank Hill remix.
What?
Okay, that's how we're ending the
yes.
podcast. Yeah,
Thank
it's great.
Get that ready.
You did the perfect Hank Hill impression.
I've been working on it for a few years. Oh, Bobby, no.
Narrow urethra.
Yeah. Doctor
Louis
says
says
I've
Melanie's
got a
like our
hemorrhoid
norm,
in
where
my
everybody knows your name.
It's all
Well, we also
right,
know it
Mom.
because we can read it right here, but that also helps.
That helps.
Oh my goodness.
I'm not gonna pretend I remember that.
I don't even know what to talk about now.
Oh no!
I'm just giddy. I'm just
What
just
about
very
that
happy.
Christian guy thing that I sent you?
What?
Wait, like
Oh, was that like the Fappy, the
Yeah.
What?
the dolphin? Okay, I didn't read it, but
Fappy dolphin.
I kind of read some of it. Fappy.
oh, okay, I
The
see.
anti-masturbation-
Oh, that's what you were pointing at.
Is it
Let
the
me
board?
finish.
What?
There's a Christian group, an anti-masturbation group, and they have a mascot named Fappy, the anti-masturbation.
But dolphins masturbate
dolphin.
like no one's business.
This isn't
Yeah,
real.
That is-
they don't know that.
Because they're
isn't
Christian.
real.
And
They don't
obviously,
believe
they
in
don't watch
science.
South Park to realize how ironic that whole thing is.
Sonic.
Yeah,
Sexual harassment.
This is not
Panda.
real.
yeah, I heard it actually. Someone had posted that it was actually a hoax.
Oh, was it?
Okay.
But it's still pretty
Ah, okay.
hilarious. First of all, just an Fappy the anti-masturbation
National
dolphin.
Report.
Which is
Maybe
like
it
dolphins
is.
are the corniest animal.
It's
Seriously.
like
Maybe
If
they're
it's
trying to
hoax,
be
never
ironic.
no,
mind.
other than humans,
Yeah.
Dude.
dolphins have sex
Yeah, they're the
for
only
pleasure.
other
They're
ones
like
that
the
are-
other one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, there's also bonobo monkeys, which are close to
Bonobo
bonobo chimpanzees
with big
are our
butts.
closest genetic relatives, and they also have sex for pleasure. Actually,
The more
they
you
don't
know.
fight; they have sex. So like
What?
they get in an argument, someone will be like, "Oh, I'll give you a hand job."
We can
Like,
learn.
that's how it goes.
We can learn
Oh,
a lot from them.
do they
it
do the sexual
consensual?
favors and trades?
Yeah, like I like that banana you have there, sir. Handy. And
He's like, I got a banana for you.
That's hilarious.
It's true. So like dolphins and
So they have like the
chimpanzees,
most peaceful like environment like of
They
all
do.
the animal kingdom.
Interestingly enough, they do, but they're starting to have like social disruptions
They must be
in
watching
their
reality
large
TV.
groups. But like it takes them like hundreds of years to establish like a clan, and some of the clans are falling apart because like some of the males have been like sterile or died early.
I was gonna say some of them.
I'm sorry, I'm really into science. I'm really into science and zoology and all that. But like it's like a Christian group having a ram as their mascot. I'm like, do you know rams are the gayest creatures on this planet?
They are.
They like to ram each other. If you get what I mean.
Uranus gets a pounding.
Uranus gets the pounding more than they thought.
But yeah, but the whole thing was like, okay, so the mascot. Okay, so first of all, it's ridiculous that it's the dolphin, the anti-masturbation dolphin named Fappy. But on
Named
top of that,
Fappy.
so the guy that is the mascot supposedly got caught masturbating. And that was like what the whole ordeal was.
Got
Oh, so
caught
that makes it sound so fake. That's just too
Yeah.
much. That's too
It's called
much.
locking the damn door.
maybe
That's
he was,
also a Panic of Disco song.
maybe he was hanging out with Pee Wee Herman and they were at a theater.
Oh jeez.
Pee
But
Wee
yeah.
Herman.
So it's even better because it's in Phoenix, and
shit.
they seem like they take kindly to those type of things.
I like to play the game Florida or Germany. Those are always fun.
Oh man, Florida. We need to bring back the Florida topics. Like,
Is it?
Surprisingly, this is not in Florida or Germany, so I don't know where you got that, but
No, like whenever it's like a certain area, I was like, oh, that's so like this place. I'm like, let's play a game. Is it this place or this place?
so is Germany just as crazy as Florida?
yes.
Yeah, Germany has some like crazy stories, and I think it's because there's so many people like moving throughout their country. They just get all the weirdos because everyone's like coming.
They're in the middle of Europe.
Yeah, they're
like,
the,
it's-
they're the crossroads.
Yeah.
They're in the crossroads.
So you won't be lonely.
And I feel like the German people are kind of like really. People don't think this, but they're actually like, really open people. So they're like, yeah, everyone come on in. And then these people show up and they're like, please leave. Please leave.
We didn't mean you and you and you. You can
we
stay.
didn't mean the weirdos.
we didn't mean the French.
We didn't mean the criminal weirdos. Jeez, we didn't need that.
Yeah, we
F
have.
you French people.
Yeah, we have enough of our own.
Fappy
Damn
the
it.
dolphin.
Faffy the Dolphin is actually a really awesome name.
I'm gonna start making that like my avatar, whatever. when I'm on-
Fappy the dolphin.
I am Fappy the dolphin. They should. I totally want them to come like whenever. Instead of having a dare program, like having like the when they do the like sex ed, it's like, "Hey kids, I'm Fappy the dolphin,
Oh my God.
and I'm gonna tell you about sex." And then I don't know.
Okay, so that South Park episode The sad panda.
Sexual harassment panda.
So I actually always say now, like, oh, I'm such a sad panda. Like that.
Yeah, same with me.
I'm like,
Dude, he's been saying that since high school.
Really?
It looks like someone's a sad panda.
It's so good.
I love that. What was it, like running with scissors? Like, I don't know, lion or something. They were all just like the worst mascots ever.
Never scissors with a run. Never run with scissors. I can't remember now.
Oh, you're
Did you just put a pun in the chat right there?
Hey, oh, me? Yeah.
Please read that pun aloud for me, sir. I can't read that far away.
The comic bubble said, Luis, I mean, what about those bears that were unlike any other bears ever and gave each other oral sex?
I don't think that's a pun, but...
And I said, shut up. Sounds like they bared it all.
Oh, sounds like they could barely control themselves.
Shut up. I can't bear it.
I hate you guys.
We're awful. We're awful people.
I don't know how we got to speak unbearable to be around.
Just bear with
I
us.
just stand next to each other so I can just like smack all of you.
It's like
Those are just awful puns.
You just hear like 3 slap noises, like in lines.
That's like a fancy clap you just did there.
Luis even jumped in. So many.
Oh, it's like the head.
So many very good puns.
Oh, Luis.
Oh man, I don't even know if we can top that.
Oh, that wasn't gonna work.
Like, I should unleash a live bear to eat you alive. So that's not a pun. I'm seriously gonna do it.
I was gonna say I should club you, but then they have cubs, not clubs.
Good effort.
But their
puns.
cubs get clubbed.
Why would you say that?
To hurt you.
Go to the corner.
Nose in the corner right now.
Worth it.
That pun was grisly.
Okay, that deserves a high five.
Yeah.
It was a Kodiak moment.
I was going there. I was about to say that. Oh my god. We're married.
Jesus.
We have
Bad.
moments where we just speak as one. And
Yeah.
it's just like we have merged.
Weird.
You guys are kind of like the board because you guys do that a lot.
Yeah,
We do the same voices. We yell crotch ice at the same time.
It is pretty adorable. I have to admit.
Crotch ice! Step for your stuff! I'll send it under the door! Sorry. Got off topic again.
Amanda.
I don't think we had a topic.
We were talking about bear puns.
Oh yeah, that's right.
They were barely related.
Oh.
We should just do a whole podcast of
Oh, Luis
horrible
is-
puns.
No one
Yes,
could
we
say
should.
you two are polar opposites.
He's so proud of himself on that one. He was just like, wait for it.
Well, it's even better because it was Luis's fun.
Did he say that for real?
Yes.
When?
He said,
We were thinking the same thing. I was not.
You two
lying.
are soulmates.
All right,
soulmate.
I will grant you
Look, it says now.
by the old gods and the
See,
new.
it's not
I will
even the
grant you.
same.
Damn it.
Ting,
Luis,
ting,
we're too
ting,
good.
ting,
I
ting,
think it was
ting.
instantaneous thought.
I think
so
it was instantaneous.
there was no winner in that one. That was
You both get participation.
Are we
trophies.
both thinking about the ultimates right now?
The ultimate pun.
Comics.
Ultimate Comics.
What about it? Though?
Just to see if we're on the same wavelength.
Oh, you keep throwing me off of that. I'm like, where is this going?
Where?
We're at the bridge.
Yes.
Are we going to cross it?
Nowhere.
Yes.
The car's on empty, sir.
Running on fumes.
We're on
Running
Nowhere
on
Street,
fumes.
going to Nowhere Town.
We're on the midnight
No.
train going anywhere.
I want you to find Lost Street. Lost Street. How can I find Lost Street? I don't know.
Where are you going with
I
that?
wasn't going anywhere. That was the point. It was end badly.
Well, anyway, you can find Weird Girl on weird-girls.com. Check out their YouTube page, also Weird Girls. Check out their Facebook page. You guessed it, also Weird,
Weird
Girls.
Girls.
And you guessed it on Twitter, also Weird,
Weird
Girls.
Girls.
It's weird underscore girls.
So
on the
they
Twitters.
swapped the hyphen for an underscore.
Yes.
Did you really?
Well, and for the Twitter.
For the Twitters.
For the twits.
And where can they find you, Kelly Nova?
At Kelly KELLI _Nova on Twitter. What are you laughing at?
Another pun. Melody said y'all mauled that the last part.
That was
Very
really
nice,
good. That was
Melody.
really
Very
good.
nice.
We were just
I did it with my
all paws.
bare hand.
Oh, that's my favorite bear pun.
Me
Yeah,
too.
Me too. It's really
Facebook,
good.
Kelly Nova, and Twitter, Tumblr.
Tumblr's.
Find me on Tumblr. I don't have a lot of followers,
Then
and
we
I
will
like
follow
to
you.
reblog all of the things.
Yeah, it's a pretty crazy blog.
And Ace, where can the listeners find you?
At Ace of the Dark on Twitter and Ace Nova as Facebook. I am married to Kelly Nova, so if you just look there, you can find me there. And on Tumblr, I'm Ace of the Lost Empire.
Nice.
So please follow me on Tumblr. That is my main one.
Okay.
You'll get a lot of crazy crap, so enjoy it.
Yeah, the comic bubble follows me on all the
Okay.
things. It's awesome.
Okay, so I totally can't find you. You need to post your thing so I can find you and follow you.
Just post a thing on Tumblr right now, Luis.
Right now.
Right now. He's gonna go on the Tumblr and be like, "That's it." Well, no, because if
No, I need his.
you need to follow him, that's what it is. Because
Yeah. I need to see his post.
if you put a post, he'll follow you, but you have to be
But I
following
can't follow
him in order
I think
to.
that's what you call a catch-22.
Oh no!
But yeah, if you want to find me on Twitter for whatever reason, since I hardly ever tweet, Prometheus, PTWR. I should. I don't know.
Should I tweet you to get your conversations going?
Sometimes that helps.
Okay.
Mostly.
Carlisle, sky's blue. Thoughts?
I do enjoy the blue sky. What reminds me of Game of Thrones.
What bear?
As I gaze up from the 700-foot wall.
So, how many Game of Thrones injections have you had today?
1,000.
She just mainlines it.
Pretty much. I'm just like...
What's your
I'm like
favorite
Professor
bear?
X in Days of Future Past. Just give it
Oh,
to me.
jeez.
So I can walk. I need it to walk. But it also
Carrie's
destroys
following.
my
I believe.
powers. But anyway...
Ooh. Thank you.
And anybody else, come on, you guys can step up, Blood Ocean, if you're not following Neo, Melanie, you guys can all follow as well.
I think
No
I
pressure, but,
followed Blood Ocean on something. I just can't remember.
Yeah, you should check out his YouTube page. He's got a lot of good Let's Plays. He's got like 5,000 freaking followers.
That's
Like an army.
cool.
Blood Ocean.
Blood Ocean.
7.
I gotta check it out because I like.
Or maybe it's
watching
4,000,
games.
something like that, but
Yeah,
it's
it
a
was
lot.
a lot of cool fun Nintendo games.
Oh, Nintendo games. That's even more awesome.
I believe. What are you doing right now? Mario Golf or Mario Kart? I think it's Mario Kart.
I miss
I
Mario
will
Golf.
follow.
I like that.
Mario Golf sounds boring.
It is, but I liked it. It was the best golf game ever because you can actually freaking complete the damn thing.
Or the golf balls like turtle shells instead.
Oh, shut up.
I don't remember.
That would be awesome.
Missed
I like-
opportunity.
I love
Yeah.
Mario Tennis. Like, I'm a tennis fan, and most tennis games suck because they're trying to make it too hard.
Yeah. I heard Wii Tennis was good.
It doesn't go to... I'm a tennis connoisseur.
Oh, he's.
And it would not go the direction I was like, I hit that down the line, you
Oh,
dumbass.
I see.
Pokemon's Leaf Green.
Would you call yourself the Prince of
And
Tennis?
Resident Evil 4.
Ooh.
Throwback.
Luis,
It's Melanie's follow ambassador.
daughter was kidnapped. Gotta save her. Oh, I love that video. I don't even-
Somebody's coming up the hill right now!
Shoot him in the head! Shoot him in the head! Press R! Press R!
So what can we expect?
Sorry.
Ruined.
We're trying to say goodbye. Shut your face. I love you.
Ace looks so hurt. I just wanted to be funny. I just wanted to
He's
entertain.
gonna have to buy him a Frosty after this.
Oh,
Icy.
dude.
No, I'm a love of ices. You give me ices.
And you're going to have to take me to get a Frosty, because shit. That sounds so good.
You
Damn
should
it,
just
Wendy's.
mix them together and have an ice frosty, which would probably be
What is
disgusting.
wrong with you?
A lot of
Were you
things,
raised by a
guys.
ficus? Were you raised by a ficus?
Yes, I was, and I didn't water her. Now she's gone.
I'm gonna start trying to put that in everything. Anytime I hear somebody at work or even on the podcast, every time I hear somebody
Especially at
disagree.
work. What is wrong with you? Were you raised by a ficus?
What movie's that from? Ain't a movie.
In a movie,
Did
it's
you
a
call-
zombie.
Did you
It's a
call somebody
zombie.
a plebe? They got really pissed off.
Oh,
Off the air, we'll tell you something that'll blow your mind. About
I forgot. I
zombie.
don't actually remember who it was.
It was someone like online that was commenting.
Yeah.
But anyway, so to close out.